So if I'm going to lose out to you, losing out to you makes it all right. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed yourselves as well. I would have to say that this is the most fun doing anything promotionally for a radio station I've ever done in my life. This has been great, man. Thank you guys very much. And thank you, Becca. Congratulations. All right, we're out from Music Record Shop. There's a big tour, big show coming to St. Louis, April the 1st over at the Chaffetz Arena. And I am very stoked for the very first time to be chatting with Co Wetzel. Co, you'll be at Chaffetz. It is the Road to El Paso Tour Part 1. And we're playing the song Creeps. And it's really nice to meet you, Co.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having us on. Thank you for jamming the music, dude.
Now, no problem at all. And we got a lot to get to here. But as somebody that's kind of new to you and what you do, what was the first music in your life that caught your ear, that made you, that started to kind of lay the foundation for you being a very passionate music fan?
I would probably have to say Nirvana. I grew up on all kinds of music, and then I found out who Nirvana was in the 8th grade or 7th or 8th.
Hey! Good morning, everybody. Somebody's not prepared, ready to go. Okay,
I'm
here
not.
she is.
I'm on Dayquil.
What?
Leave me alone.
She's on the quill.
I am quilled out,
you're
dude.
on the quill, huh?
I'm on the
She's a
quill
quill
today.
head.
Dr. Quill,
Big
the medicine
quill head.
woman.
So prepare to hear about that for the next 4 hours.
No, that's it. Last time that's mentioned. I'm on the quill.
Last time we were doing quill shots at work, it got
I know,
out of
it was
control
so
last year.
fun.
You feel that bad?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just a big old Mucin. You know the Mucinex monster, the big old booger monster? That's what I feel like today. I'm just all
Like a
stopped
Mucinex
up.
monster.
Yeah. But we're cool, dude. I did some quill and I'm here to kill. Let's go.
I have an announcement I'd like to make.
Please.
Because I want to get it out there now. I've accepted that I need readers in my life, and I've ordered a pair online, and they'll be here. I'll probably have them on at some point next week, and I just wanted to let the viewing audience and my coworkers know that I'm very sad about it.
Dude, I'm right there with you.
Why are you sad? What do they look like?
I don't know, glasses, but it's just like I have been in denial, and Jamie Rivers warned me. He goes, it happens fast, man. He goes, when I was 46, he goes, I had 20/20 vision, and within 2 weeks, I was like, I couldn't read anything.
We're both 46.
I know.
Yesterday, a piece of, I don't know how this happened.
God, I'm upset about it, man.
A piece of the sink broke off.
Yeah.
What?
In one of the bathrooms. I don't know. When you get home and your wife goes,
And
hey.
you realize it was the toilet and you needed readers?
No, when your wife when you get home and your wife goes, hey,
Oh, no.
something broke. It's not that bad. Like, okay, what is it? And it was something I needed a super glue. Just
Easy enough.
a quick fix.
Try reading that.
nice.
You tried to read it? Bro.
So I put super glue on the piece of the sink that broke off, just a temporary thing, and I got super glue all over my fingers.
Yeah. Oh, no. You got hairy hands.
No, I don't have hairy fingers.
Rubbing it on the back?
You got hairy fingertips.
You
like
got
I don't
hairy-
have hairy fingertips.
Yeah,
You're like
let it be
Spider-Man,
known.
dude.
What were you doing?
Now
when
you had
used-
to wax them off.
It's got a
I don't
natural
have hairy
paintbrush.
fingertips.
You got hairy palms?
It's all right, dude. You man used to have hairy. He used to have to shave his knuckles before he made Lebanese food.
Okay,
So.
I will admit if I have a hairy body part, my fingers are not hairy.
I thought you said before you made love for
Oh.
a second. And I was like, how do you know that?
Anyway, so I got the super glue over my fingers,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh man, how do I get this off? So I tried to look at the back of the super glue,
Yeah.
and I said to my wife, I can't read this.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
I can't read this.
Here.
The writing's too tiny.
Put some of my glasses on, and let's just get a little taste.
No.
A little preview. Oh.
I mean, you know as well as I do. Our teenagers are
Just
wearing
like-
basically like 90s and super early 2000s style anyway. Dude, beat them to the punch and go full Angela Lansbury. Get
Like the
you
big
some
old-
big old
Yeah.
fat readers with chains, some nice little...
Look at
Dude,
that.
it's gonna
Mike
go,
Wazowski.
it's gonna go great with my tracksuit.
Dude, go full Angela Lansbury.
I told you I
Right.
want the ones that have the magnet in front.
Oh, yeah, my stepdad has
I was
those.
looking at Harry Carey.
Yeah,
You're getting
dude.
those guys?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, you'll get a job at
dude.
O'Reilly in
I'm
no
not going
time.
that far.
Those aren't coming back as soon as the
just
old
upsetting.
lady ones
I
are.
love glasses. I mean, I have my blue light ones on right now. I got 3 pair, dude. I'm rolling 3 deep because of that FSA.
We would love them too if we looked good in them. You look good in them. Every time
you've never put them on.
I got some nice glasses once, and I was like, making sure that they fit my face shape and all this different stuff. And I put them on once, and my wife said, "Those aren't for you." And that's her.
Damn.
That's her nice way of saying,
No.
you look like
Stupid.
garbage.
Tim
and I've never
also-
put them back on.
Tim also has to get glasses soon. He's 41.
Are these prescription?
No, these are just blue light.
You have a tiny face.
I do have a little tiny little brain.
These are great.
These are great.
You guys look
How cool is
smart.
this?
Excuse me,
Pardon me.
JFK.
You guys look smart as hell right now. Those are my Malcolm X
he
glasses.
looks like JFK over here.
Yes.
Plymouth
Take
Rock.
that as a compliment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
like
riding in
Malcolm
any.
X, dude.
Just don't be riding in any convertibles.
This is
Plymouth Rock
good.
didn't land on us. Or we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Say that into the microphone.
Those look great.
Canceled.
I appreciate.
You both look excellent.
I appreciate
you.
you trying to be nice.
You guys are great, man.
All right.
All right,
Congrats.
cool.
All right.
Look at that 2020
All
work.
right, give me that little
Wow, those are miniature.
Dorks.
little.
I'm sorry. Oh,
that's
stop
Here
it.
you go.
It's upsetting because it was so much better, dude. Because I can still read. I'm fine. I've adjusted. And I'm like, it's not that bad. It's going to come back. I'll eat some carrots.
No.
Yeah.
And
not coming back,
I
man.
slid on a pair of readers with just a 0.5, just a tiny little, the lowest you can go.
So much better.
And dude, I was like, I think I could read 10 novels right now. I felt like it was so crisp. The words
Did
were
that
like
song? I can
it was-
see clearly now. The rain is.
It was. I
gone.
would put them on and read the back of like a conditioner bottle, and
Let
I
me read stuff. Give it to me.
Dude, it felt like A Beautiful Mind, where the stuff's like jumping off the whiteboard at him,
Ah, yes.
and I was like, oh my god, how long have I been struggling in denial?
Yeah, it's a close-up, tiny writing.
We'll see.
Oh, that's what gets you.
It's the- it's the
everything has
adjustments,
got.
too.
We live in such a litigious society that every tiny little thing, packaging, has to have a million words on it to make sure no one.
Yeah, it's a lot of medications, like dosage. Like, oh, I think it says
Yeah.
take 1, but does it say if you take 2, you die within a half hour? I'm not sure, so I'm going to roll the dice.
It's also like you buy something this big, and it's like, we're going to put the directions in 17 languages on the back, so we got to make it tiny.
It's
So I'm trying to read it, and then I realize it's French, like 10 minutes into squinting.
for me. You know, I've noticed it is I'm much more surprised by television shows and movies now because for me it's the adjustment. I used to be able to go from staring at a phone like this to looking up at the TV
Yes,
on the other side of
that's
the
what I
room,
meant.
and you would feel the adjustment. And now the adjustment is so slow or not happening that any of those like warnings, now they have like a little lightning bolt or something like that. And I'm assuming it says epileptic possibilities.
Yeah.
I can't read what it says.
You're
so
too busy having a seizure.
so all I know is whatever's coming in this TV show or movie or whatever I've been warned about, I haven't been warned about. So it's going to be a surprise to
I'm
me.
just falling apart, period. Listen, all right, fine. Here it is.
Okay, bring it.
My cholesterol's off the charts.
Oh, boy.
I'm trying to get myself healthy.
That's supposed
it-
to be a secret.
Is it really?
What?
Your cholesterol's doing poorly? I thought you
Yeah.
had that all in check.
No, I did until I went to the doctor a couple weeks ago, and the doctor said, you really got after it over the holiday.
Yeah.
This is why you're not supposed to go to the doctors, right?
LDLs or
That's right.
HDLs?
all
They're all
the
bad.
DLs.
Yeah, he's
but
been
I'm
keeping it on the
working on
DL.
myself.
Okay.
It's not as bad as that one time.
Yeah.
We need to be doing better on this show. We
That's an
can't
easy
be
fix
falling
for
It's
apart.
fine. But you know what? And then I go, all right, here's perspective. Here's perspective. It could be worse. And there is a Florida guy in his 40s, and he landed himself in a medical journal after his crazy diet turned his hands, feet, and elbows this light orange color.
Dude, I saw this and I could not believe
This
it was
is
real.
I'm going to need
One-
a photo.
Oh, wait
dude,
till you see this
this is
photo.
wild.
It is one of the most disgusting things you will ever see.
If you think you got bad cholesterol,
Yeah.
okay, anything over 200 is bad. Okay, anything over 200 is considered not great. This guy was diagnosed with something called xanthasma. It's when your cholesterol gets so high, fat starts to build up under your skin.
Oh, I did see this. Okay. I didn't know what that was.
That's real.
That's fat.
That
under
You wanna
his
smell
skin.
it to see what
Under
it
his
smells like?
skin.
It looks like Cheeto dust has like worked its way into every single crack of his fingers and palm, but it's in his body.
It's like your
Wait.
little creases in your hand have gotten fat.
Yes.
That's like, what is that called?
That's called poor diet.
Xantholasma.
Well, what is it actually?
Wait till you hear. Wait till you
when
hear what it is.
cholesterol
and what
gets
it's
so
from.
high, fat starts building up under your skin. It causes yellow or orange deposits, usually around your eyes.
Yeah, I had an ex-girlfriend that had like a couple right here when it just spiked when she was young. Spiked when she was young, and then, but they never went away.
Wow.
She had just like two little. They kind of. That's why I was asking. They kind of looked like that. I was wondering if it was the same thing.
Well, so
I've
what
never
was
seen
this-
it anywhere else.
What was this guy eating? So he told his doctors that he'd been following an extreme carnivore diet for 8 months. He was only eating hamburger meat, cheese, and full sticks of butter, which, yes, my dream diet.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm in.
So far, I haven't heard anything conclusive.
Yeah, that's all healthy.
Let us know.
He
Let
told
us
them,
know how
like,
it
so he
goes.
was on this carnivore diet, and he's like, man, I'd lost weight. Like, this is not a fat guy.
No,
like,
you
this is
see
not
his, look at his skinny
Like an
little legs.
This is not a
thing?
fat guy.
Fatkins.
And in fact,
he does have skinny legs.
in fact, he said he lost weight on this
I'm
diet.
sure this is a guy who's been real proud of his diet for some time now.
He told the doctors he lost weight. He was feeling great, but then they checked his cholesterol. So remember I said 200 is considered bad?
Yeah.
His cholesterol was over 1,000.
Oh, that does seem bad.
He's rich.
But until your heart just up and stops, you can be real cool and proud of your all meat diet.
Yeah.
Real tough, dead.
Well, also, aren't you supposed to figure out what's good for your body, what isn't? And maybe some people can't break down meat that way.
Here's a dermatologist talking about
Yeah.
what's medically happening to this gentleman.
I think we can universally agree.
What you're seeing
What'd you say?
I was going to say, I think he said figure out what's good for your diet. And I was like, I think we can probably universally agree that eating full sticks of butter
Right. Usually a balanced
is
diet.
universally not going to go well.
Well, that's
Yeah.
an issue.
Balance.
Usually a balanced diet.
Balance.
Maybe throw a vegetable in there every
Here
once
and
in a
there.
while.
what you're seeing on his palms are a type of skin lesion known as a xanthoma. It's a skin lesion that basically is the result of accumulation of fat in the cells of the immune system called macrophages. Macrophages are an important cell type. They're basically professional eating cells. They just engulf stuff like pathogens, and they can get laden with things. And in the case of xanthomas, that is often the case. You have these lipid-laden, stuffed macrophages that lead to the formation of bumps in the skin.
Yeah, gross.
Dude, I mean, there's something about that color that is supposed to turn our stomachs as humans because, I mean,
All the bad stuff that comes out of our bodies is that color.
dude, yeah, I've seen like leper wounds and all sorts of things that don't gross me out half as much as
Well, you
this
ever
guy's
see,
hands.
what actually fat looks like,
Mm-hmm.
like in your body, like it's that yellow, color.
It's like an
earwax.
off-white, gross yellow.
It looks like butter.
Yeah, dude, I bet you his, and that's the thing. I think his hands look like they smell like ear cheese.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
I'll say this: a girl that I dated didn't look. It wasn't raised or anything. It was just like it almost looked like a birthmark or something, and then it looked cute on her. It didn't. It wasn't like crazy.
Oh, it's very sweet of you.
Yeah, she's very pretty. I don't want to.
But they don't have dry
disparage her in
skin.
any way.
This guy. Yeah, he's self-basting.
Dude, that's great.
This man is self-basting.
It's not all bad.
Put him in the sun and he just kind of melts like
Oh,
this.
this soup
Ew.
needs a little flavor. Let me cut my hand open.
Whoa.
He just put him in the sun and he kind
Hand
of
cheese?
his underneath his skin liquefies.
Mayonnaise hands, get in here.
Base these buns.
Butter hands.
Get
Get over here, butter hands.
Andrew Butterhands.
Come on, you know what it is. And he comes to the grill. Come on, and he
Butter my toast.
puts his hands on the buns where he put them on the grill.
Butter my toast. Butter
Cholesterol
man.
at 1,000, though. I mean, they had to have told this guy, like, dude,
You're gonna die.
your heart is gonna
Explode.
Well, it's just gonna freeze. It's just gonna freeze up. Yikes!
Yeah. So we're trying to be healthy, huh? Maybe get some exercise. Mm-hmm. You know what? A lot of it for me is eating out. You know, when you can control. You know, there are a lot of when you go out to dinner. You know how much butter they use.
Yeah. So it makes everything delicious.
Right. That's why when you go out to eat, that's why everything tastes great. is because, you know, at a good restaurant, they'll just throw some butter on at the end. You go, man, this tastes good. It's got a little something I don't know. A little something that I don't normally have at home. Yeah, they just put butter on it.
Right. And you don't do that as much at home because, you know, I don't want that much butter in what I'm doing.
You consider yourself a decent cook, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Moon, would you consider yourself a decent cook?
No.
You're not a decent cook.
No, I don't think I've earned that. I think I can become a very decent cook.
You can pour salsa pretty nicely.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I you know, especially when it was just me and the kids, I was getting better at things. Right. I have the potential, but no, I certainly have not earned the distinction of decent cook.
Rafe,
because I hold that in high regard. By the way, I think a lot of people think like, oh, I've done a couple meals, I'm a decent cook. I don't think you deserve that yet.
Can you cook?
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a decent cook?
Yes. I would say I'd go as far as to say good.
Okay.
Because I lived on my own for a long time. And I got, I enjoy it.
Well, especially.
I don't cook as much as I used to because our kitchen's small and it sucks. You got to have room. That's like when I Zillow porn, I'm looking at kitchens, baby.
You're looking at counter space.
I'm looking at floating islands. Granite countertops. I'm looking at maybe 2 ovens.
Ooh.
2 oven guy, right on.
Who knows?
Scott, you a decent cook or
yeah,
the wife?
I'm a pretty good cook, and I'm good on the stovetop, but exceptional on the grill. Where I've learned, or I've earned the name from my nieces as Uncle Barbecue.
Okay,
so Uncle Barbecue.
Yeah, that's what they call
it.
me. But that's the problem when we go on vacation together. Everyone else gets to go have fun. They're like, hey, you go out there and start grilling.
That's right.
I'm like, well, look at
but I love
be
that.
on the beach anyway.
I love that. Like, if I'm in charge of the big meal, you know, for the group, I
love hosting a dinner party.
I do too.
Yeah.
Like, I consider myself a decent cook. And I don't know, it's just enjoyable to me. I enjoy creating. I usually make the dinners for my family. That's my part of my job.
Do you actually measure, or do you kind of guess on whatever?
Well, it depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love following a recipe.
Yeah.
I love freestyling. I love cupboard cooking. Like, hey, what do we got? Let's put something together.
Me too.
I love it. Now, you know who's having a problem with cooking is Gen Z.
Why is this?
Gen Z. They are so incapable of cooking, they can't even make an omelet.
Huh.
And listen, I don't mean to pick on Gen Z. Gen Z's 97 to 2012. Those are the years. So, how old? 20s?
Yeah, early 20s.
Early 20s. So nearly 2/3 of Gen Z admit that they lack basic cooking skills, with most saying they do not know how to cook a basic omelet.
Well, that's kind of the parents' fault. Like anytime we're kind of harping on Gen Z, I hate to say this, but it's kind of how they're set up, right? So if your kid doesn't know how to cook, that's not your kid's fault. That's the parents' fault. Because it sounds like you're not cooking at home for your children and inviting them into that space. Like I had a grandmother who, if I was interested and in her kitchen, let's go. She was teaching me how to do everything.
Yeah.
My mom, on the other hand, and not to rag on my mom, but like my mom was working all the time and single mom. She threw a TV dinner in and did not cook me a meal often. It was always my grandmother who did. So I learned about cooking from my grandma and then on my own when I got out on my own.
And there's a couple different reasons why Gen Z is terrible in the kitchen. So they talked to 1,500 people across different age groups and showed a growing number of young people who are basically useless in the kitchen.
Dude, it was like the perfect storm of fast food, TV dinners. I mean, we had so many our parents had so many options to throw at us.
Sure.
And they were being told to work more, do more outside of the house. It was a perfect storm. I mean,
that's why I can cook, I think, now is like, you're right, man. It was like we were at the precipice of the microwave. Like I remember when we got a microwave and it was just like for popcorn. We didn't use it for everything. They didn't have all the products to jam in it yet. It was to reheat food you cooked on the stove and maybe make some popcorn. It had like a popcorn button.
Yeah.
And
remember having to put the plastic wrap over the dish?
Sure. So I had to cook for my brothers. I had to cook I had to make lunch or dinner sometimes because both my parents were gone.
But was it popping open a can of something or throwing it in the microwave?
Well, sometimes it would just be learning how to make. It might just be like making potatoes au gratin. But I learned how to use ingredients to make it good. You know what I mean? And now, which I would argue that like obesity issues are probably linked to. We have kids, and we were the first generation raised on microwaves as like Lern said, like sources of the majority of your meal. Like the whole meal goes in there.
Right.
And comes out of it. A Hot Pocket is a meal.
So almost 65% of the people in the Gen Z category said they prefer dining out because they can't cook, and then it's too stressful for them, and they get anxiety. And shockingly, which is crazy, think of a one ingredient. So a omelet at its basic is a one ingredient thing. You know, you can make it just a plain egg omelet. Most cannot do it. And also 1 in 4 admitted passing off food which was ordered in from a restaurant as their own.
Oh, nice. What
It's
a
like
move.
comedy
Doubtfire.
What a move.
It is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Cheddar Bay.
I'll tell you though, man.
And I did that too, yes.
It is starting to swing the other way. And I don't know if there are more people staying home, guys or gals, and therefore doing more meals and therefore teaching their children to do more meals. I'll tell you what, our youngest, who is technically Gen Alpha, this kid is so freaking good at baking. He made cookies again last night. He's doing some more this morning. He's done a few other things. He makes his own breakfast every morning now.
Well, it's awesome. He's got an interest in it.
He's talented. Not only does he have an interest, but my wife is teaching him a bunch of different things. But this kid has 4 different screens that he uses to find things. The stupid refrigerator now has, the screen, and he looks up ingredients lists and all that. They've got YouTube. They've got so many different options filled with information that we didn't have, and they're interested in it.
Yeah, my daughter's got some interest. My son, he couldn't care less. But one Gen Z person they talked to, a 23-year-old, said, I feel like just a lot of us didn't grow up in kitchens the way older generations did.
Right.
Yeah,
growing up, the kitchen was the hub of the house.
Epicenter, for sure.
That's kind of my favorite thing about hearing all these people that are our age talking about how kids don't know how to do anything these days. And you're like, we were the worst because our parents didn't teach us anything. Like Rafe said, the microwave to the TV. What were those TV dinners that we were eating with the
banquets?
Salisbury steaks or whatever.
Yeah.
Swanson.
I mean, like
banquets.
we were pretty much the most ill-prepared generation I can think of hearing about. In the last 100-something years when we came into our 20s. I feel like kids are better these days than we are.
Well, and she said plus with food delivery apps and ready-to-make meals, I can just stick in the microwave. It's just easier to get by without cooking. Like, you don't need to. But she says when it comes to dating, I'll admit it's embarrassing. I wouldn't dare invite somebody over for a home-cooked meal unless I had help. Nothing like impressing a chick with a good meal. Am I right?
It is the sexiest thing ever when a man can cook.
Whereas Gen X adults, so my generation, we're confident. 85% say, yeah, we are at ease in the kitchen. So as opposed to the 60% of Gen Zers who get stressed, 85% of Gen Xers are like, yeah, we're cool.
Okay.
I'm fine. And where do we learn our skills? From our parents.
Yeah.
So it's our fault for not teaching the Gen Zers how to cook.
I know. And it's also the fault. I mean, let's bring it back to the real scapegoat of every problem. It's the man's fault. Damn the man. Parents today are working 400 different side hustles and courting off to 8 different activities. I'm not trying to rag on parents. You guys are killing it in other ways. But when these sort of reports come out, it does come from that also, where parents just don't have time.
All right, so if a guy were to take you out, Lern, let's say you're single, and he could cook, that's a yes.
That's a big yes. It's like speaking a second language and cooking, top freaking hottest damn things on planet Earth.
Okay. Sorry, I can't cook, but I can speak Portuguese.
Tell me.
Let me throw
Tell me how your day was in Portuguese.
Let me throw some stuff out.
Do you like El Nachos?
I do. See.
You know what
What's
my
that?
son could do? He could make Totino's pizza rolls.
Right on.
Hey man,
Those are
yeah,
good, yeah.
One of our boys can cook. One of our boys can heat.
Right, although I still
he
get
can
the,
great guy.
He can air fry. He can microwave.
Oh, the air fryer machine.
although
He can heat.
the kid's about to be driving, and I hear from the kitchen, "Hey, Dad, how do you turn on the oven?" What?
Yeah, let's teach you how to turn it off first.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm more afraid of.
Yeah, why am I more nervous about him using the stove than actually
Yeah, it is
driving,
nerve-wracking.
you know, a death machine?
Well, last week I told you guys about my friends whose little 2-year-old daughter put her teddy bear into the microwave and microwaved the damn thing and almost burnt the house down. And Tim and I were investigating. We're like, her name's Cora. Like, how did Cora find out how to, do any of this? And they said they showed her how to she wanted to push the buttons as little 2-year-olds do want to do. And they said, okay. And it's one of those teddy bears that you can warm up because I think she had like a surgery.
Oh, yeah.
And so they said, you put it in there and do the 5-second button or whatever. And then I guess Cora went over there and was like, boop, 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 and like put it on high for like God only knows how long. And then the whole house was full of smoke.
Yeah.
So even when you do try to teach these kids.
Well, the kid is 2.
Well, I know, but
R.I.P. Mr. Fuzzington.
it's
2-year-old.
true.
All right, so I'm going to give you some hobbies, okay? And I consider, for me, cooking is a hobby. Love it. Love to cook. It's a hobby of mine. I'm going to throw out a hobby. You tell me if it's a deal breaker for if you're dating, if you're going to date somebody. Okay. Taxidermy enthusiast.
Well, are you making a business out of it?
He spends his weekend stuffing dead animals and proudly displaying them in his living room. Deal breaker or not?
As long as he is a fan of Rob Zombie, I'm cool with it.
Are you okay with deer heads on the on the
I
wall?
grew up with deer heads and ducks and all this stuff. All my men in my life were hunters. I don't personally love it for my own aesthetic at my house, but I'm not like clutching my pearls. I love animals though, and it does make me a little sad.
Doll collector.
Big red flag on both sides of
It's
the
the
aisle.
same thing. It's the same thing.
No, it's not, dude.
Yeah, it
Those
is.
doll-
Country boy doll collecting is taxidermy.
God, little Cupid dolls. No, thank
It's
you.
the same thing.
All right, I'll just say he has a room filled with antique porcelain dolls that he talks to sometimes.
Oh Lord, no, I don't.
Oh,
want
he
any part
talks
of
to him? That's different. That's not bad.
Deal breaker.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Hummels.
Don't
Yeah.
even get me started on Hummels, dude.
on.
Hummels broke up my family when my grandma died. She had all these Hummels, and like all my mom and her siblings like lost their damn minds over those freaking Hummels.
Aren't they worth? Oh no, I'm thinking of Precious Moments.
Precious
Those are
Same
worthless.
Precious
thing.
moments.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
the
same thing.
same.
Other than like
Jackson.
one,
Ceramics.
they're all worthless.
I remember there was a whole thing in my family about getting the Precious Moments salt and pepper shakers. That
Oh,
was a
God.
big thing trying to find
Hey.
those.
Is that the one thing that's worth a lot?
I don't know.
It's worth a lot to your mom.
Hey, you got to take her to the Precious Moments Chapel down in
Oh, my
That's
parents.
right.
Southwest Mo.
I've always wanted to do that.
Mama Moon loves that place.
What?
There's like
The guy that created it.
Museum.
yeah,
all
there's
of
like
them.
there's a couple different museums. I think.
Yeah.
There's one in
It's
Indiana,
haunted.
maybe or something.
It's haunted?
Yeah.
Spend the night
Those
in there,
things
dude.
come to life.
You know, precious
Nice.
moments steal the souls of children.
They're all
as
switching
they
up.
get older.
Little onion heads. Little onion head fishing is actually stealing your child's soul.
Yeah, at night it's like Toy Story. Those things come alive.
Yeah, it's like an claymation. That's creepy, man.
All right.
Girls, too, though. You go to a woman's house and go into her boudoir,
And there's a lot of stuffed animals.
and there's like a lot of stuffed animals and like Disney pillows and stuff all over the bed. Like that's a red flag to me.
Oh, yeah.
What about bobbleheads? I got cool bobbleheads at my house.
That's fine.
I mean, what kind of bobblehead?
I got an Eric Draven bobblehead. I got a Dave Grohl bobblehead, and I got a Jeff bobblehead. I got a Sweetmeat bobblehead. I
That's
got a
all
Betty Page figurine.
Yeah, those dolls are
Oh
acceptable.
no!
Red flag. I'm out of there. All right, Rafe, you find out the woman you're dating is an extreme couponer. She spends hours clipping coupons and has a basement full of canned goods she got for free.
Binder of coupons because that's a big deal.
Red flag or no?
I mean, yeah, it's a red flag. Is it one
Frugality.
and it might be one I'm willing to ignore.
Like you go to her basement and she's got like
Yeah.
a stock room full.
Before you even go down
Organized.
there, she's like, "Listen, if you ever need mustard,
Like I got
I got mustard.
10% off.
I've got 7 pallets."
I've got 7 pallets of it because I got most of it for free. from
Oh,
my
that's what we're
coupon.
talking about, like stock holding or hoarding up condiments
You ever
because
see
you
the
coupon.
extreme couponers?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they
Oh,
just
yeah.
had the coupons and they just had the organization and they're saving the money.
Oh,
No.
Extreme
The
coupon.
extreme couponers do it like they'll find like a loophole where you can get something for like less than a cent, or they'll pay you to take
Yeah.
the ketchup out of here or something, or whatever it is. There's some sort of item, and I knew a couple that was doing that for a minute, and they had so much crap that eventually it kind of hit them like, what we can't do anything with this, so they donated it to food pantry. It like turned it into a good thing.
That's nice.
But at the same time, I was like, you just spent a tremendous amount of hours
time.
saving
Yeah, but-
money to get this stuff.
And I had
They
a
will
cousin.
always have something for you, though.
That's true. Yeah. Whenever I was single, my cousin, his wife was a big couponer, and I mean, I never paid for toothpaste.
Right,
any of that kind of stuff. I
toothpaste.
always got
That's
free
nice.
stuff.
My guy got
That's free.
35 jars of Miracle Whip downstairs.
Yeah.
It's not about
Good.
possessing the items. It's about getting over on the man.
So deal
Lern
breaker or
said.
no? You're okay with it?
I mean, it'll bother me. It'll bother me more in line than it'll bother me anywhere else if they start breaking out coupons while at a busy checkout. That'll be where I really have to check myself and see if I can handle it.
All right, Moon.
Yo.
You pick up a chick and you find out she's a competitive eater.
Oh.
In fact, she's training to break a hot dog eating world record.
Right on.
Deal
Hot
breaker.
dog eating, am I right?
Deal breaker or no?
Deal breaker.
Yeah, no, you can't do it.
I'm out. No.
You're out.
No, because you're willing to sacrifice your health for something like that.
She's winning money.
Glory.
Nah.
$20,000.
Deal breaker for you?
Hell no.
I think it's a deal breaker. I think
you met at the hot dog eating contest.
no. You met at a bar. Listen. You pick up these people at a. We're just assuming every scenario I give you.
Right.
You pick up this person at a bar and you get their phone number, and this is the first time you kind of get to know them. You find out they are blank.
Okay.
I want to be friends.
Competitive eater? No.
I will support you, but we will not date.
Yeah. I would love to be friends.
You
But
walk into her living room with just like a roller grill. Like, oh, we have a roller grill in here for. She goes, that's my home gym.
yeah. Yeah, that's I don't know. I don't think that's.
Why do you
for
have
me.
yellow stuff oozing from your pores?
Oh, God.
All right, Lern. You find out a guy is a snake breeder.
As long as the snakes are being treated humanely, I'm okay with it.
He casually mentions that he's got 12 snakes in the house.
I mean, I don't
And he
want to.
breeds them to sell online.
I don't want to see the I don't want to see the feedings. I don't want to necessarily touch the snakes too often.
So this
but I'm
obviously
okay
is a
with it.
relationship that's not going to go far.
Yeah, we're gonna bang probably like twice, and then I'm gonna be out.
Okay, so it's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
It is a deal breaker.
Because you know it's
Is that
going to
what that means?
smell terrific.
It's a one night stand deal breaker. Yeah.
Scott,
'Cause I can tell you, I had a friend that had snakes, and the smell,
oh, yeah.
you bang once and be gone.
Oh, dude,
The
I
smell?
can't deal with that.
Then they weren't cleaning it very well. We
Well,
had,
if you
he
got
had
12
100 snakes.
yeah.
if
We
you
had,
got 12
we had
snakes
one.
in the house and you breed them to sell online, there's going to be an odor.
I don't like when people put the snakes in those like Home Depot buckets and they don't have any air or they can't see out. I find that
Yeah,
to
what's
be
the point of that?
appalling. I mean, I'm not afraid of snakes. Like, I don't want to see one necessarily out in the wild, but I've held snakes before and they can be cute. But I don't like the mistreatment of them just because they're snakes.
All right, Scott. You find out a girl dresses as an elf and has invited you to join medieval battles in the park. So a LARPer. Are you?
LARPer.
Your soulmate. What are you
Dude.
talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, I've already LARPed.
Yeah, that's where he met her.
Yeah, I met her there. I've LARPed before. I have a video about that. But no,
That's not a deal
it's
breaker.
not an interest to me. So I don't see us, hanging out too much with that.
Okay, so it's a deal breaker for you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Rafe,
This is not an interest to me. It's neat,
you
whatever.
meet a LARPer and wants you to participate in LARPing activity.
Oh, I got to be in on it? It can't be a thing where, like, cool, you have a hobby, I have a hobby.
Well, yeah, her hobby is every other weekend they go down to Forest Park.
So cute. Yeah, what's that movie with what's their faces? Paul Rudd and
Yes, role models.
Role models. Oh my
I mean-
God, the best.
I don't know, man. That'd be tough. But not as tough as if she was like a Civil War reenactor.
She has big sideburns and a mustache.
Depends on what side they're on.
It really doesn't. Yes, one side would be worse than the other. But if like she's like I like to LARP, and I'm like, okay, Lord of the Rings, I'll be like Aragorn, and she's like, no, you're General Burnside.
Oh
And I'm Robert E. Lee.
Put on these chops.
Ew.
Put on these mutton chops.
God, you're hot.
no. But she could
Civil
be into
War, huh?
other role playing, which could be very fun, where it's not the Civil War
That's what
or
I'm saying.
the.
No,
Like,
these-
if
I'm
she could dress
talking-
up like Spider Girl in the bedroom. It might be worth every other Saturday.
I'm
going
speaking medieval. I'm speaking about medieval battles in the park. All right, so
Yeah.
Chamberlain or Jackson?
all right, Moon.
Yes.
Let me see. She is a ghost hunter.
Oh.
She She carries ghost hunting equipment in the car and claims to have made contact with spirits. And takes her ghost hunting very seriously.
Ghost hunting gear, like the little thing that Egon has that goes.
Whatever gear is involved with ghost hunting.
Oh man, yeah. Again, I think I want to be friends so I can hear about the adventures, but I don't think I'm here for this.
No, deal breaker.
A deal breaker.
Learn.
What?
Parkour enthusiast.
Ah, parkour. We're jumping on everything.
So he insists on showing you how he jumps over walls and climbs buildings
I'm
on the
into
first
it.
date.
I'm into it. Sign me up.
You're just
Not a deal-
you're just an injury away from CrossFit.
Yeah. I mean, but also like if
She hurt her knee jumping off a log recently.
I know. Well, I'm not. I mean, I will try. I mean, I would love to jump off some stuff. I'm down.
You are. So eventually you're going to wind up having to sit bedside in the hospital.
No, I'm not. He's going to be really good.
Yes, you
and
are.
in great shape. And we're going to get married
All right.
and have like 6 kids. It's going to be so cool.
Parkour never
Guess we know where he
Never
lands
pans out.
pans out.
after the parkour.
Lands right in D's legs. Yeah. Here, jump off that bookshelf right into my V. Thanks.
Spread them.
That's been tried.
Parkour.
Off 3 walls and bust one.
Hardcore
Rafe.
parkour.
You find out that she is.
I want to date the ghost chick, by the way.
Oh, you do?
Put that out
Oh,
there.
dang.
Yeah. I like them weird. Them goth girls do it for me, man. Ghost chick's definitely got like a tattoo on her neck and probably got,
I don't think a ghost hunter is a goth chick.
I don't know.
Well,
man.
very
I
nerdy.
Maybe. This is my fantasy, not yours, but
Oh, I'm building the fantasies palette here.
either way, I think,
That ghost adventuring thing. You did, are you
I get into them squirrely gals.
Ghost hunter.
Ghost Hunter? Are you taking that from? Remember that MTV show?
There's a
Ghost
whole bunch
hunters?
of
Oh, there's a whole bunch of those
Yeah,
shows.
but the one that like would be in our heyday.
With Jack
the first
Osborne.
one.
No,
No,
that's
before
recent.
before he was an adult, I think.
I thought it was like a
MTV?
TLC, like Ghost Hunters.
I know, but there was an MTV one where they were
Casper.
they went into something. They would show like an old. I remember specifically.
I just remember it's the stupid
electric
spirit
chair.
orbs.
Yeah, but there was
Yeah.
one where they went to like an
Dust
electric chair and they
idiots.
had a tarp over it and it looked like somebody was in it and they had to sit in it or something.
Yes, what was it? Was like a scary kind of show.
But it's those kind of folks that I see, and I think that that's probably where you're drawing that fantasy nerd gal from as well, because
Yeah.
they're
No,
all
mine
kind
is
of
like
college nerds.
Like the equipment is they got a night vision something or other, and they're going to camp out somewhere. They're going to go and watch the footage back and see some dust go across the lens and go, there it is, like proof.
Yep. And they got
I'm
a
just-
audio recorder that makes fuzzy noise, and if the fuzz changes, they're like, he's speaking.
That's right.
I'm just picturing a beautiful emo girl and got her like American Gothic, like dark boudoir at her house. A lot of those old timey pillows everywhere. Probably got a Ouija board out. I'm like,
Nah.
I'm into it.
All right,
I don't know
Rafe,
what was mine.
here's another one.
Fear was the show. Everybody is
Fear.
saying.
Fear?
Thank
Yep,
you.
that's it.
Yes.
All right, Rafe. She's a marathon runner. She plans every meal and date around her training schedule and doesn't drink or eat anything unhealthy. Too intense or
That's not a deal breaker for me.
not a deal breaker?
Not for me. I
That's
mean-
a deal breaker for me.
I'm annoyed. Yeah.
I'm already annoyed.
I'm definitely annoyed. I don't like when people. We're doing this thing right now in my in-laws' family where my sister and brother-in-law, they're super in shape, they're super healthy, they got a trainer, they got this very strict thing. They bring their own like ground turkey to every restaurant we go to.
Yep.
And it's
it's like that.
All I want is for them to just enjoy their lives and eat something.
I don't want to feel
Enjoyable.
guilty if I'm eating a piece of pizza and you can only eat, a handful of dirt from outside.
Well, who's going to say that they're going to be like that?
It's funny, man.
Well, that's the thing. It's they plan every meal and date around the training schedule, and they don't eat or drink anything unhealthy.
Oh.
Oh.
There we
I
go.
know they were bringing their own burger to the restaurant. That's a little.
Is that inspirational or a little too intense for you?
That's too intense for me, probably.
So deal breaker.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, I admire anyone who can run a marathon because that is not easy.
Scott,
Yes, sir.
UFO tracker. She spends her nights looking for UFOs and says she's been abducted before.
George Soros.
Well, let's see here. George Soros?
Isn't he the UFO guy?
No, that's like the
Who's the
weird
guy?
That's the
gremlin
George
guys.
Nori.
George Nori.
Oh, I'm sorry,
you,
George
and I eat
Nori. Yeah, yeah.
babies.
I get my Georges mixed up on
George
tour.
Norrie.
Yeah, Curious
George
George,
Norrie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Norrie's the
Little
good
monkey,
guy.
that little conspiracy monkey.
George Norrie's a good guy. I would, I wish she wasn't so obsessed with it because it's really, really fun. But what was the other? You had the second detail.
She's been abducted before.
I'm.
How dare you, Scott? This is your
No, I'm going to
too.
take it because I want to become best buddies with George Norrie. So whatever I can take to get
Get out of here.
That's
No.
it. That's
I'm going
it.
to date her
No.
and put her
Yeah,
on the
you
air,
are.
and we're going to be best homies, man.
Oh, I love
I'll do a
this.
show with him in a second.
I could see it.
No. All right. Learn. That's a deal. That's a deal breaker for everybody,
What?
right?
No,
I've been
I love
abducted before.
UFO enthusiasts.
It's a bummer
Moon.
when people get abducted. You feel
It's
sad
so
for
fun.
them.
I know.
Want to be friends? Because I want to hear the stories.
Dude, you're friend
but
zone everyone.
It's a friend zone thing, right?
For sure, dude.
Learn.
Yes,
What?
so
You find out he's a storm chaser. He drives into tornadoes for fun and has videos.
Are you kidding?
Of himself.
Please. I was having all sorts of fantasies to Bill Paxton. Is it Bill Paxton was in Twister? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh my God, so hot whenever him and Helen Hunt are in the middle in the eye of the tornado and he knows that he can put this like leather strap around them and then their feet go up into the tornado and like they're in love. Yeah, sign me up, dude. Dorothy all the way. Let's get this damn thing up in the air.
Yeah, take me on that trip.
Yep, that'll be sweet. Because you also have cool trucks.
It's so cool.
I got a buddy whose son is a storm chaser. His like 17-year-old son is a storm chaser, and it's wild.
I know.
interesting.
And the storm chaser soul, they want to do crazy stuff.
Well, they live in North
So-
Texas, and he drives. So the son, it's a group of them, and they all follow the storms, and they'll go into Oklahoma, and they will. It's dangerous.
Do they have
is
uniforms
dangerous.
and stuff, and all their trucks have the branding on it and everything?
No, that's the bad guys.
Oh,
No,
okay.
they
don't
don't
have
have
to talk
about
uniforms,
guys.
but their cars are like outfitted with all these like CB radios and
Listen to Humans Being by Van Halen just making out.
yeah.
Yes.
All right, Rafe. Oh no, it's Moon.
Yes.
You're the lady you picked up has a ventriloquist dummy, and
Oh man,
sometimes she speaks to you through it.
it's over, and you have not made the friend zone. Can you please tell her? I'm talking to the dummy now. Can you please tell her that I'd love to introduce her to my cousin Scott?
Yeah, I would think Scott, you'd be into that.
Oh, man. And great comedian in the house. Yeah.
Yes.
But then you got
What's
an
that
extra
one
mouth
joke?
to
I want to
feed.
hear the one joke that she's going to say every time.
That's not freaky to you?
No, it's a talent.
It's talent.
It's a really cool talent. I love entertainment.
It's
Change
sexy.
it to a dude.
With a ventriloquist?
With a- yeah,
No, I
he-
don't like haunted dolls. Again, I don't want his doll collection, nor do I want some
He
ventriloquist
brings it on a
doll.
date.
I read that Goosebumps book with the ventriloquist doll, like way too young in life, and I've always had like, a prejudice against it. So, yeah, I don't want any part of that.
Okay?
Can you imagine? He pulls out. All of a sudden, this doll just like creeps up from the table and goes, "He'll have the filet mignon."
I don't like puppets either, dude. I hate all of that stuff.
Deal breaker.
Deal breaker.
And the
Rafe,
Dr.
did
Pepper.
say
Oh, now it's Ranger
Yeah,
Joe.
screw Uncle Joey,
Yeah,
dude.
you get in bed and the girl's like, "Uh-oh."
Somebody's not ready for bed.
Yeah.
Say, take your
Are
panties
you a
off.
cunning linguist or looking for cunnilingus?
Say, take your panties off.
Please stop.
Yeah, take your panties off while it's the puppet saying it.
No thanks.
All right, Rafe, your turn.
Is anybody looking for a three-way?
Yeah, deal breaker.
Yeah, that sounds great. And she opens the closet and it's just hanging there looking at you. I'm
All right, you go to pick up a girl, first date, and you find out she's a ferret breeder. She has 20 ferrets and she keeps them in her living room.
Oh,
Whoa.
the neighbors
Oh,
can smell
no,
that
the
house.
smell, yeah.
The smell would be a lot.
Ferrets are
I
clean,
love
though.
ferrets though, man.
Ferrets
They're
are so
so
cool,
cute.
but even when you
They're cool
I'd hang and play.
She has 20.
even when you descent them, that's one of the most smelly animals on the planet.
She has 20 ferrets.
Yeah, it would just it'd be tough. And I got to say, there's an asterisk next to all these. And all you guys know, there's a level of hotness that there's going to be some forgiveness.
Oh yeah, the
yeah,
Matrix
yeah.
is.
in all of these.
You know the Matrix. The Matrix is very
it's like,
skewed. We're in a very weird
yeah.
place of the square here.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So,
If it's Sofia Vergara and she's got 20 carrots or 20 ferrets, I'm going to probably
sure, you're going to look past
put a
the-
clothespin on my nose and hang out for a while.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Assuming, listen, you met at a bar, so assuming you're attracted to this person, and then you find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all signs are that you want to date this person, that you want to be with this person.
And then you find out they are a ferret breeder. So, no, Rafe?
Probably no long term, yeah.
No.
Probably no long term. But there's a couple of these that I'm like, I'm willing to go the other way on a few.
Not that one, though.
That's a toughie.
Yeah, not that one.
20's a
We all
lot,
know.
man.
I mean, even if you meet somebody and things are just starting to get going and they have a bad dog, that could be like I don't want to deal with this for the next
And you know
couple
they're
years.
going to go out of town soon. They're going to ask you to come over and watch all
watch
the
my
ferrets.
ferrets.
And everything.
But if Monica Bellucci was a snake breeding, ferret owning, ghost hunting Civil War reenactor, I'm all in. There's
certain things you can look
certain
past.
things on the Matrix that make up for others. I'm just gonna
And
be
yes,
like, you
Monica
know what?
Bellucci, yes.
If she gets to get her little ventriloquist doll out, that's
What a good
gonna be
time.
tough. But I'm going for it.
All right, Scott, you meet somebody and then you find out they are a van life enthusiast. They are willing to sell everything to live in a van and travel full time.
Oh, he's
Sign
in.
me up.
Yeah.
I figured you
He's
are.
already lived
Yeah.
that life.
I would already. I've done that life. I love that life.
But
and
you'd want to go back to now, not a bus, van.
Yeah, van. Well, the van life wasn't as fun, but those kind of vans where it's just two people and your dogs, and it's a pretty sweet
Murder
little
in a
deal.
state park.
Yeah, you park at every state park, and you live out west somewhere, just cruising around Utah all the time.
And you're okay with that, huh? That wouldn't get you.
Oh,
don't
it'd be
like
terrible
stability?
to wake up in paradise every day and just look out the door and
We've already lived in vans and buses and planes, trains, and
great.
automobiles.
They just show up to magic.
Yeah, but don't you think that's a young man's game?
It is a young man's game to a point, but
With your
then
heart.
But then he's been working his whole life to basically
Get
get
to that
back
point.
to the van life, but in a nicer van.
Yeah.
Haven't we all? I mean, I think a lot of touring guys have this like. I mean, I do, and my wife and I kind of do in some way. If we at some point could kind of live on the road and live off the road, but have a couple home bases where our children are. Yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
Anybody else down with the van life?
Yeah, dude, I'm
I
trying to
just-
get a van right now and
Dude.
leave everything
Yeah,
behind.
I love.
Yeah, but
I love the planet.
you have a
I
nice
love.
house.
I love this country. Listen, I love this city, but when you start traveling and just see all the beauty that the Western United States has to offer,
Listen. I get it going on vacation.
haven't you ever been on a vacation you didn't want to leave?
Yeah, every time I
Well,
go,
then
every
that's
time
the
I go
bus
to
life,
all
baby.
inclusive.
I also
that's
wanna-
staying.
I wanna be
That's a
here.
staying at the all inclusive.
I also want to get the van down to South America and just spend years and years living in each country down there, just enjoying the whole thing.
I'm not a van life guy.
Be awesome.
No, you're not. You need a little bit more room. Like, you need to spread out.
I'm okay to go away. But then to give up my house and just travel and just be a nomad?
But hear
No,
me out.
thanks.
I mean, there is something to it because your house is everywhere with you. Like, I daydream about this all the time. Like, I would love to get an RV one day and have like a bathroom with me available at all times.
Oh, me too.
You know, and also like a little pharmacy cabinet in there with all my cold
Yeah.
medicine. And, you know, that would be cool.
Okay, let me ask you this one. Would you be able to date a wine enthusiast?
Yeah.
Now, this
Yes.
person is so into wine. This is a person, every time you go out, he swirls and sniffs
Yeah.
the wine.
There's something about that
spits.
too that I enjoy because I don't know.
He secretly judges anyone that drinks, not proper
Quality,
wine,
right.
quality to go along whatever meal. You don't think that's annoying and pretentious? Every time he goes to a place,
We would not last long. Like, we wouldn't be married, but we would date for like a couple of years and go on great trips.
Wow.
you would
She's
And
getting
go
the,
skiing.
she's getting the van trip to Napa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a couple of years. So
We
you're
have
gonna
a couple years. It's not marriage material by any means. I don't want to deal with this when I'm 80, but right now, yes, let's go to the caves in Napa and let's spend all of our money on it.
After he calls the 50th person a filthy peasant for drinking
Absolutely,
yellowtail,
the unwashed.
then it's out. Then it's over.
Okay, you're okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Moon, she's an esports competitor. She's a part of an online team, practices for hours daily, enters tournaments every weekend. Fun or overly committed?
if you're doing tournaments every weekend and you're traveling, you're probably making a good living. And considering there's like a $60 billion industry, she's probably onto something.
Are you making a good living? I mean,
well, if you're good enough to be doing that
tournaments
stuff,
every weekend. I mean, I'm sure.
I'd have to see your game.
Esports competitors, maybe the top 1% make decent money.
And will her handle matter? Like the handle?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. Handle matters. I think I'd give it a crack. I'd see what this is all about, and to see if this is something that she is pursuing in a professional sense that has like some meaning to her. That's like a bigger part of life than just I'm addicted to games and have to play every weekend. Then there might be something.
Yeah, I think it may be easier for a guy to tell somebody, "Hey, my girlfriend's an e-gamer," as opposed to a girl saying, or like if your father says, "Hey, what does Bobby do for a living?" Oh, he's an esports competitor.
For sure.
Okay, and I guess that's why I have a soft spot for it, because it's the same thing as musician. In the 90s, coming from St. Louis and being somebody that says, I'm going to tour the planet, I'm going to make music, I'm going to entertain, I'm going to write my emotions into songs.
People understand that. Like,
no, they don't.
Yeah, that's...
No, believe me.
Esports are fairly new, and people still don't understand.
Well, I'm just saying, it's an uphill battle that no one supports you until
anything in the arts is that way. I agree with you, but it's like so this is kind of that's like a thing where parents are like, "What's that even mean?" Like they understand musicians,
right? But at the same time, they don't. Not in this market. Not in St. Louis. I assure you, I was swimming upstream in every single way to become a successful musician in this city. And what I'm saying is, it also takes. Just like becoming a Major League Baseball player. It's the top 1%, because it's only the top 1% that's willing to give that kind of effort and that kind of obsessive dedication.
Try telling your future in-laws that you're in radio.
Yeah. Well,
you're taking their little girl 1,000 miles away to
I think we should all have a soft spot for this kind of thing.
Yeah. Even more so, because I think that if you tell your parents when you're 10 you want to be a musician, they buy you an instrument, and if you tell them you want to be a comedian, maybe they put you in a talent show. Tell them you want to be a professional video game player, they're just like, yeah, right. At least maybe not now, but it's just so new. Like my friend's husband is a esports coach at a college, and he's banking.
Oh yeah, what college around here?
He's technically a professor.
Is it SLU?
There's a couple of them. Science Center had a thing too.
This dude got out of college and he coaches esports. He's basically just in charge of like rounding up these college guys, getting them in tournaments together, practicing.
I don't know. I got a guy I know from youth hockey, and one of his sons is attempted to be a professional gamer, and I was like, ooh.
Well, at least there's a path there. That's just making us sound old.
And listen, I'm still trying to wrap my head around him not living in the basement eating mac and cheese in the he's got his own entrance.
But he can do Mario in under 6 minutes.
He's got his own entrance downstairs with his own key. He's very independent.
I'd give her a chance, man. I'd see what it's all about.
As long as you don't have to go to all the tournaments.
Yeah, I'd go to one or two and cheer her on. Yeah. And be like, I'll see you Sunday.
Let her get a private jet for us and all that.
Yeah, try to go over a woman's house and meeting her dad and go, I'm a knee gamer. Okay, see what he says.
But the other way,
professional athlete. Oh, nice. What do you play? Zelda.
But the other way, how would that work? I feel like it would be more forgiving for a gal, right? If you were introducing a gal to your parents and you were like, she's a professional gamer, even if it were your parents who would totally not understand this, I think they'd be like, well, that's interesting.
This gang related?
I honestly think if my daughter brings home a dude.
Okay, yeah. But what if your son brings home a gal? I swear we'd look at it differently.
It's different.
Yeah, I don't know why, and I haven't had the time to think about this,
different. But it's different. If my daughter brought over a boy, what are your plans for the future? Well, I'm an e-gamer. What? Get out.
Get out of my house. Stop talking to my child.
Yeah. You bum.
There is something hotter about a girl being an e-gamer than a
totally.
dude. Like I'm going, oh, she's probably like very cool. And
I think so too. I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I can't explain it either.
Gaming nerd's fantasy. It's like the manic pixie girl, it's like this.
To have a hot chick that shares an interest.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing was hotter. We were walking through the mall the other day, And, they got those kiosks with those, like, rip-off Nintendo things. They're like old school Nintendos,
Yes.
kind of like Raspberry Pi, but it actually looks like a Nintendo. And the 11-year-old grabs it and he's playing Mario. And I was like, no, man, you got to do it like this. You got to hold B and watch. And I did it. I did it for maybe 20 seconds. And my wife goes, "What are you doing? You missed this whole thing, blah, blah, blah." And I went, "What?" And she grabbed the controller and started ripping through Mario.
Yeah, she did.
Girls didn't play video games when I was growing up. It was so nerdy. I mean, listen, every guy played video games.
That's why it smacked me across the face. I was not ready for this. And then who's looking over to see what the price is on this thing? And who says we should put this in our living room? My wife.
Go Mal.
That's awesome.
I know. I've never been more
Rafe.
turned on.
Buy her a gaming chair, dude.
You have no idea what
Girls didn't
the
play
last
video
week
games
has
when we
been
were growing
like
up. It was
for us.
it was a dorky thing. Every
So
dude
hot.
played games,
Yeah.
but no girls played
There were a
games.
couple.
I
I had a couple friends with sisters that would sit down and play with us and stuff. I think it was marketed to boys.
It was marketed to boys.
Way more games were like shoot 'em up.
And when the girls played, they always sucked.
They didn't put
Give me
in
that
the,
controller.
They didn't put in the hours.
No,
No.
yeah, I put in the hours.
They're off reading or something stupid.
You're not a part of the grind. You've never really grinded.
Try playing NHL 94 with a girl. No.
That was a good one.
Or one of the original Maddens. No. I don't want to explain.
Oh, man.
Yeah, sorry. Deal breaker. Man, did you know that World War III almost started? Like
So we've
recently?
heard.
Many times.
Where?
What happened
Dude, this is
time?
crazy. And the world is so bonkers that this would really be a fitting way for the world to end. According to a report of the UK, and I read this morning, there was a mix-up involving British nuclear subs, and it almost kicked off an international incident with Russia recently. So the UK Navy was scanning for sounds of enemy activity underwater and thought they heard Russian drone subs. And the same sound was heard at least twice. So they were freaking out. And this is an absolutely true story. And the UK thought that Russia was dropping listening devices on the ocean floor to track Britain's nuclear subs. But after analyzing the sounds, they now think it might have been something else. And this almost was like an international incident. It was very close. It was just whale farts.
No way.
Now, I didn't know this,
way,
but whale
dude.
farts have been mistaken for enemy subs before. And a source in the military said they're still studying the data and taking it very seriously, but they currently think it was just a gassy whale, nothing else. I do have audio.
Oh, okay.
If you wanted, this is audio from the UK Navy. And this is something that almost started World War III.
That's not true.
What are you even doing to everybody right now?
Come on, man, you're killing me.
That is so
I was
cool.
really
You got that
interested
audio.
in like true
Yeah,
audio.
it's like, what does a whale fart sound like?
Dude, nice work.
You want to hear it again?
What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Almost.
You see like a big old bubble just.
Oh man, whale fart bubble has to be huge.
Hey, play the beginning of that Incubus song, where the whales are talking to each other to add some
Oh
farts.
yeah. That's a morning view, isn't it?
No, that's the best record.
Science.
No, in between.
Fungus Among Us.
No, in between.
Oh,
Make yourself.
Make yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, before we hit the break, we've all been on social media and seen some of these viral TikTok trends, and you go, what are you doing? Why put yourself in a situation where you could possibly get in trouble? And usually TikTokers or influencers get themselves into big trouble when they involve their kids. Mm-hmm. Like using their kids in a stunt that's meant to go viral, where you got a guy in Texas, and he could be facing charges after a video has surfaced of him using his 3-month-old baby like a snow brush to clear off his windshield.
He was just
Who's your
doing
dad?
this and going,
Yeah, he's a 25-year-old guy.
hey, man, you got to do what you got to do. Your hands are full. It's all
Right.
sorts of weird things.
Baby's in a snowsuit.
yeah,
It's
I
all
mean,
good.
Baby
who knows
in a
what your
snowsuit.
morning's been like?
People on TikTok thought it was a doll in a coat, but it was a real baby. and he pushed the kid around, and he wasn't exactly gentle about it. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, Lord.
They can handle it. It's fine.
Yeah, little babies are resilient.
Yeah, man. Hey, dude, listen.
Once you get roughhoused, like turn out more social. They've proven it. Like kids that get like roughhoused with their dads a little bit are like more resilient.
I know that it became like one of the like a funny joke, but I'm sure it was done the very first time out of convenience. Didn't your kid ever have like a
using their kid as a snow brush?
No. Just listen to me. Like you know when they have like a coat on or something like that, and they're laying down or whatever, and you just grab the front and you go whoop, and you just pick them up like that, and then put them in your hands. I mean,
well, see if you can pull this thing up. It's out of Port Arthur, Texas. And this happened after last week's snowstorm, which it's about 90 miles east of Houston. The area doesn't get a lot of snow, and he was obviously trying to be funny or go viral, but it looks like this might actually be a low-level TikTok trend. Oh. I saw a couple other videos of people using their kids to clear snow off the car.
This is just rage. This is rage bait, man.
Yeah.
But the good news, and this guy posted it, and cops came and did a welfare check.
No.
The baby's all right.
Oh, come
no,
on.
I don't.
How's the windshield?
I don't even believe that.
You don't believe the cops came and did a welfare check? Here is the chief of police in Port Arthur, Texas, talking about it.
We've confirmed that it was a 3-month-old baby. It's a sad situation. I know a lot of people go to social media and they're looking for clicks, but it's not a deal where you should put a baby on a windshield.
Yeah, it didn't look that
Put him
bad.
inside next to your guns, where he's safe. I don't know, man.
It's the dorky narc.
I didn't see the video. Like
they're saying this dad is expected to face child endangerment charges. It didn't look up to that level to me.
It's kind of young. I will say
25-year-old guy.
3-month-old is young. I thought this was like a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old.
No, it's a 3-month-old kid who obviously can't control what he does, and he's in a big snowsuit. And the dad is a little rough with him. I'll be honest with you, but the baby's fine.
I can't see the video. I can only see the picture. Did they?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe they deleted it.
No,
rough
it's
with
out
him,
there. I
but
watched it this morning.
I agree with you. The kid's fine. There's no abuse done there.
It's just why take a chance? Why take a chance of somebody misconstruing something as child abuse? I don't know. Leave the kids out of it.
Or just don't post it.
And
Make your wife laugh, but don't have to share it to everybody.
I don't know. The cops came to the house, and this guy could be looking at child endangerment charges.
Clearly, he's doing it for a joke. First of all, he's clearing the trunk. Nobody clears the trunk.
He's clearing the back windshield. It looks like he's the back windshield.
Oh, the thing I'm seeing, and he's in a T-shirt, so it's not like he has to go somewhere.
Did you hear the audio? Is the kid crying at all or anything?
No.
Or is it laughing?
No, the kid's sleeping.
Kid's three months old.
Oh, 3
months old.
I thought they said 3 years old.
No.
Because I'm like 3 years old, you're loving it.
Yeah,
You're in a snowsuit. Hell yeah, you're loving it.
Your dad's throwing you around. You're loving it.
That's what I was like. Why would this even be an issue? I didn't realize it was a 3-month-old. Maybe that's a little young, but at the same time, like, get the hell out of here, man. There's no reason to get the police involved in that.
Cool dad.
Cool dad, indeed.
Yeah, a little bit of a misstep, but
all right. Listen, we got to take a break, but first. And it's brought to us by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Check out the all-new Hot Shots Lindbergh, your new home for sports in South County. Get all the info at hotshotsnet.com. From St. Louis, Daniel Lamberth is our Daniel tunes into the Rizz Show every morning, has been a fan for the last couple of years, loves the additions of both Lern and Rafe, loves the games segments, loves when we do Password, Rafe's in Memoriam, loves Do It Bitch, which we'll play tomorrow, Do It Bitch. But we're going to play Do It Bitch Moon's version tomorrow.
Nice.
wow.
Appreciates that beyond the jokes and humor, each of the members always shows respect for one another, and we share a very special sense of camaraderie. Daniel Lamberth from St. Louis is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Get a super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up. 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with crap on celebrities. It's 7:09. It's Tuesday. Traffic and weather. First look, Moon, coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stall vehicle, 55 southbound just before Loughborough. Your point forecast sunny and a high of 53 right now. It's 35 at the Point Studio.
All right, Lern, what do you got for us?
Could we be going on a little road trip to see David Lee Roth? Madonna opens up for Amy Schumer. Roseanne's here to ruin TV. And how much for that vintage Nirvana T-shirt?
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday, and it's something to think about through the break. What is the single worst movie you sat through hoping it would get better, but never did? What is the single worst movie you sat through hoping it would get better, but it never did? All right, we'll chop it up next. Stay there.
Mid-America Chevy Dealers present Point Fest.
It's 105.7 The Point, everything alternative. We are backstage at Point Fest, and I have the absolute honor of being joined by Sean and Mike from Alice in Chains. Guys, how are you?
Wow, how do you live up to that?
Yeah, we better not. Health. Fellas, don't wait. January's almost over. You made some resolutions. You've been kicking the can. You're not feeling like yourself. Go to Victory Men's Health. Let them get you back on track. They got everything there. Whatever's going on with your body, they're going to make it right. They got hormone optimization, sexual health treatments, weight loss treatments, vitamin deficiency treatments. They also have specialty testing around cardiovascular health, early detection cancer screening, mutation testing, and food sensitivity testing. Whatever is happening, they're going to test your blood down to a microcellular level, figure out what's going on with you, and get you on a customized treatment plan that's just for you. And they paired up with cardiologist in St. Louis, Dr. Michael Twyman, and started offering cardiovascular testing in the clinic. They offer advanced cardio screening, providing valuable insights that facilitates early intervention, personalized health optimization, and targeted treatments. That's available at the Sunset Hills location. But all the other treatments are available everywhere. That's in Echo Fallon. That is in the Town and Country one that Moon, King Scott, and I go to. And the one in Sunset Hills. And they have cardiovascular testing on top of that. Plus, when they test your blood, they test your PSA levels, which every guy over 35 should be doing to make sure they're screening for prostate cancer. So don't wait. Make an appointment today. Go to victorymenshealth.com. That's victorymenshealth.com.
It is a very, very big day in the land of Red Hot Chili Pepper fans everywhere, and I am so unbelievably honored to be joined today by Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Flea, St. Louis is saying hello to you.
I love St. Louis, and I fondly miss the raucous nights, Mississippi nights that we used to have over there. And hello to everybody. Love to one and all.
Man, it's really great to hear your voice, but also, too, it's wonderful to have a new Red Hot Chili Peppers album that is out today, and John Frusciante back in the Chili Peppers. Flea, can you kind of talk to us a little bit about how he got back into the fold with you guys? And I know that you guys had maintained a friendship even when he wasn't in the band. Were you guys still jamming and playing together when he wasn't a Chili Pepper?
We occasionally jammed, and we always were friends, and we get together and talk. And, it was difficult, too, because he left, and we got someone else to replace him who was his friend. And it's sort of like, when you break up with a girlfriend and then you start dating their friend or something, it's like being in a band with someone is a very emotional and, close experience. So it was... our relationship has always been intense. But I remember I think there's a lot of things that led up to him coming back all the way around. But I remember one particular evening, he and his girlfriend were over for dinner with me and my girlfriend, and we're having dinner, and he and I were like off in a room talking. And I remember I just kind of felt like I never really touched on it, even though I would think it. And I said, John, I sometimes I really miss playing with you, man.
Yeah.
And I said it. I couldn't help it. I just burst into tears. It was so emotional for me to say it. And he looked at me, and I saw him do the same thing. Like we're both looking at each other, and he was like, me too, you know? And in that moment, I was just like, oh, man. I was just like going to Anthony like a few days later, and I was like, I think John would come back, you know? And just kind of open that conversation, and one thing led to another, and next thing you know, we made that decision.
Wow.
You know, and you know, all together. And it was very difficult to part ways with Josh, who's a beautiful person and a great musician, but it was the right thing to do for us, because sometimes I think there's things, people are just born to do certain things. And John Frusciante was born to play guitar in the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and man, that dude is such a profoundly beautiful, deep musician, and I treasure every moment we play together.
It's really wonderful to have you. You know, Flea, I can just legitimately tell that your homeboy is back in the band, and you're just doing things that you love, and it's wonderful to me. And as a matter of fact, I read a quote from Rick Rubin where he said, when you guys got back into the studio with John, and I think you were at Shangri-La, which is Rick Rubin Studios, that you guys started to jam, and Rick became emotional just seeing you guys doing it, kind of saying the same thing that you're saying, like these guys were born to be in a band together.
Yeah, and I think there's things that you just can't control, you know? Like sometimes you got to surrender to the gods and let it flow. And I know for myself, like and everybody knows this, even though they might not articulate it in this way, but like when something's really great and you love it, it's whether it's, you know, a book or a record or, you know, a sports team or something that's really awesome and really like is powerful, it's beyond people's control that are doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's some organic thing that just flows naturally by certain people being together, you know? And that's how it is with John. You know, it's like, and all of us, when the four of us are together, we all bring something completely different. We're all very different people.
Right.
You know, and I think it's almost like, you know, like the Wizard of Oz, where one guy needs a heart, one guy needs a brain, and one guy needs to get home. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, Dorothy needs to get home. Like everyone, there's some deep yearning in each.
Basement Systems, the all things basement-y experts. There is an incredible offer waiting for you at this very special website. Only for you, Point listeners, moonloveswoods.com. Go to moonloveswoods.com and see what kind of offer they can do, because spring is just around the corner. And you know what that means. It's going to be a lot of water, a lot of groundwater, you know, seeping in and soaking in around your house. Might be affecting the basement. Maybe your basement's already been affected. Maybe you already know that there's something you've been putting off that you know needs to get fixed, because let's face it, things with our basements, with concrete, with our driveways, all that, it doesn't get better with time. It doesn't just go away. So don't wait any longer. Prevent further damage. Get a hold of Woods Basement Systems. These problems do not get better with time, but they do get better with Woods, because the problem will be fixed forever. Personally, I had a big old slab of concrete that was my front porch, and it was sinking into the ground. The earth was trying to take it back, and I wanted to keep it. The previous owners just kept jacking it up every year, and it just temporary fixes that ended up just costing money and costing me a huge headache. But I called Woods because my neighbor was like, dude, they fixed our driveway. They can raise a highway slab. If they can do that, they can raise your front porch. And what do you know? They did. They installed piers. They did it the right way. They educated me on why they were doing it this way. And it was incredible. It was fun to watch. And I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's done. It's over. It's incredible. They fixed it. Woods Basement Systems came to the rescue for my home and have fixed this horrible, unsightly, awful situation that I had before I knew that Woods did this. So they do the basement waterproofing, the foundation repair, the crawl space repair, mold prevention, egress windows, all of it. Check them out. Again, go to that website and see the special offer from Woods Basement Systems, the all things basement-y experts. moonloveswoods.com.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and I got to tell you.
Say it again, but slower.
Backstage at Point Fest
At Point
with my
Fest.
dude, grandson.
Woo! How long has it been since the last Point Fest?
Oh, 2 years almost, probably.
We
year
are
and a half, for sure.
backstage
and doing it.
at Point Fest, and we're doing it.
And
we're
it's
doing
beautiful.
It. Come rain or come shine.
All right, here, I got a first question.
Go back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RizzShow. Show your emails, RizzShow at 1057thepoint.com. On the instant feedback, William says, talking about the esports, SLU has a huge League of Legends team. Maryville is also huge in League of Legends as well as Overwatch. SIUE has a really good Call of Duty team.
Oh, wow. Too bad the game sucks now.
Maryville's where my friend's husband coaches.
He says I was right. It's usually the top 1%, if not fewer, that find success in esports. And that's what
Any pro thing.
That's what any pro thing. A lot of people who grind daily and play weekend tournaments are usually playing for $1,000 at most. Which, hey, that's pretty decent money for playing a video game. I've been working competitive operations in the Collegiate Call of Duty League for 5 years now, and as somebody who follows this a lot, both for a side hustle and work, it's not easy to get into. I encourage people to try it if they want to.
It's a new guitar, man. Guitar can be a great hobby. It can be something that you buy and put in a corner. It can be something that you work at really, really hard. It's something that you dream of making a living out of.
Or maybe, hopping up on stage every weekend and playing with a band and making a couple extra bucks.
Yeah. I mean, it's the new guitar.
Yeah, I ain't hating on it. I'm impressed, actually. You can make money playing video games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we always, as kids, fantasized about actually being in a Madden tournament and making money doing something like that. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah, dude. Ever since that movie, Fred Savage came out.
The Wizard.
Yeah. Really pushing the Power Glove.
Yeah, that was just a commercial.
Yeah, it didn't go over. It was a commercial for the Power Glove.
But we were so young, we didn't realize it.
Right.
I mean, it was basically pinball. Pinball Wizard applied to video games.
Yeah, what game were they playing?
I honestly
I don't remember.
Couldn't tell you five details about the movie.
There's a Double Dragon moment in there because I remember I was like, oh my gosh, I know that game. But the game that they were playing was.
Oh, God, if somebody knows, I know she can look it up.
Let's
The Wizard
see.
French. You ever see that movie, Lern?
No.
It introduced Super Mario Brothers 3 to North America.
Freaking nerds.
Hey!
Just kidding.
Let's see. The game was.
Nerd!
Relax.
The game was Rad Racer with a Power Glove. Nintendo Power Line. The finalist after Jimmy enters and becomes a finalist after playing Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, great game. Great game.
And then in 10 minutes, they have to score as many points as possible in Super Mario Brothers 3, a brand new game not yet released in the United States when the movie hit.
3 was the Super Mario Brothers 3 was the best one.
It was pretty dope.
That was, I think, the best of all the Mario Brothers, in my opinion. But
it was definitely the one that blew the doors open in terms of like we're playing at like a church lock-in, and we were all just like, "Whoa,
yeah,
this raccoon tail."
Oh yeah,
yeah,
being able to fly,
game changer, literally.
Yeah,
game changer.
It felt like such an expansive universe.
Yeah,
it was like the first like, "Whoa, this game is so big."
All right, so I asked you before the break. What is the single worst movie you sat through hoping it would get better but never did? And I know our answers are going to vary here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
I have a couple. I was talking to Moon before this, before the show today. I told him what some of my picks were. I couldn't pick just one. And mine may be controversial.
Oh, no.
Schindler's List. You've told me this before.
I was going to say.
No.
It was Holocaust
What is this gonna get
Remembrance Day
better?
yesterday. It can't be Schindler's List. My God.
Why is this in black and white? Does it go to color like Wizard of Oz or what?
There is color in it. Remember the red?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
We don't
my
need to
God.
bring
It
that
was, please, everyone, watch that movie.
I'm just joking, everyone.
Scott, what is the single worst movie you sat through hoping it would get better but never did?
The movie Geely.
Oh, with Jennifer
Ben
Lopez.
Affleck and
But that was universally panned immediately, right?
maybe I don't know. I can't remember because for some reason I had to go see it and
what?
It was horrendous. We didn't make it through the whole thing.
Yeah, but
and the other one, the other one
what's
would
it
be
about?
Tom Green. I saw this in theater. Was Freddie
Got Fingered?
Yeah, and that was one of those you tried. I'm like, okay, it's got Harlan Williams, it's got everything I want, and I just couldn't. I don't know.
The horse scene really didn't do it for you, is what you're saying?
Not really.
Eddie, would you like some sausage? What's Geely about? Give me like a elevator pitch of
I think
Geely.
it's a biopic of J-Lo and Ben Affleck's, like, what happened to them, right? Like, isn't it about
I thought it was a remake.
I have no clue what.
What?
I don't know.
That was a remake? It sucked one time and they made it again?
No. Oh, God.
Maybe it was great the first time.
I thought it was like a heist movie or something.
No, you're
Is
thinking
It's a
just-
movie so bad no one
That's
can.
the
It's
Italian
an
Job.
amorphous blob that no one even knows what it's about. She thinks it's a biopic. He's seen it and doesn't know.
I can't remember what it was. Yeah, it's like a
2003.
I thought it was a crime movie.
Oh yeah, okay. Gigli is a 2003 American romantic comedy crime film.
All right.
Is she plays a musician though?
I'm thinking Gigi is a.
What the hell's Gigi?
That's a movie.
About
Call your-
what?
I
What
don't
you
know.
call your grandma?
Chick named Gigi. I don't know.
Gigi Allen.
And then I have a third one too.
Go.
Al Pacino was in Gigli.
Yeah,
We
Christopher
don't talk
Walken.
about it.
Justin Bartha, Christopher Walken, Al Pacino, Lainie Kazan. I mean, like a good cast.
On paper, it looks great.
Man and Dryer, Terry Calamanari. No, another film that
That's
I
got
saw.
6% on Rotten Tomatoes, by the way.
It's pretty good. That's better than 5.
It's better than 0. There's some zeros out there.
I saw in theater. Was excited for this one. Was Pearl Harbor, and I wanted to be awesome. It was like loaded.
Oh yeah,
That's
And
great
everything
answer.
Great
again.
film.
Is that Josh Hartnett?
Oh, it's
And,
Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, Hartnett.
Another
It was
Affleck.
awesome.
Another Affleck movie.
Yeah.
Pearl
He
Harbor.
was Rafe in that movie. In fact, it was the only time.
Ray Fiennes.
Like the name of the character.
All right, Rafe.
Very few Rafe characters in movies. I remember.
Worst movie you sat through hoping it would get better, but never did.
There's a movie with LL Cool J, Christian Slater briefly, Val Kilmer. Looked awesome in the previews, and it was a movie called Mindhunters, where they're like an FBI team that has to go to this island to learn how to hunt a serial killer. But twist, one of them is the serial killer, and it was
Well, now you
so
ruined
atrociously bad.
And you were
And
just
uninteresting and dumb. And I just kept being like, I want to leave. I remember in the theater, I'm like, I'm leaving. And one more dumb thing happens, I'm leaving. And a dumb thing happened, and I'm like, this sucks. And I'm like, all right, one more
hoping.
dumb
I wanted
thing.
to be good, like you're hoping it would make a turn.
I kept waiting for the turn. I'm like, you know what? It's a twist movie. Something cool is gonna blow my mind at the end. And it was just predictable and dumb and like.
You know, there's a couple people checking in. A lot of Star Wars, a lot of the newer Star Wars movies, people are saying. Somebody said The Last Jedi. They were hoping beyond hope that it would be like it's crappy, and I'm hoping it's going to get better, but it never did.
Tell you
Yeah,
another
I'm
one.
afraid to rewatch some. of those.
Anchorman 2, good one.
Oh yeah, that is a terrible movie.
I walked out. So this one I didn't even wait for it to get better. I did, but then I eventually walked out. The only movie I've walked out of the theater on was Showgirls.
Not enough breast for you.
I don't believe
That's
you.
the saddest thing is like, dude, that was the craziest thing is I'm like, at the very least, the
gonna leave
movie
this.
should have kept me there.
Right.
And I was like, this movie's just so horrible that the boobies wore me out about 45 minutes to an hour. After they banged in the pool, and it was just the most dumb, like
So again,
splashing around.
We're
It looked like
hoping
one
the
of those-
movie's going to get better, but it never does.
Yeah, that was one. I left in the middle of that one.
Learn.
I have a few. Jack and Jill from Adam Sandler, where he plays twins of himself and they're overweight.
Okay.
Okay. Tim and I
weird.
I have like a false memory because I thought we walked out and Tim's like, no, we definitely stayed.
On the hopes of like, it's a Sandler movie,
I love
it's
the
going to get
Sandman.
better.
Yeah, and it did not. Also, Bad Moms 2, I think it was the Christmas movie. Terrible
Oh, that was
movie.
terrible.
And then, oh man, what was the third? I had it in my mind. I'll have to think about it. But yeah, those two stand out in my mind, and I'm like, God, this is just terrible.
All right, Moon.
Well, when you asked me in the kitchen, it took me less than a half a second to say the movie Ad Astra. Brad Pitt, space
Yeah.
movie, big
Ad
budget. I was like, oh, this would be
That
dope.
wound up being a giant bust.
Yeah, I remember seeing
Interstellar Light.
Interstellar wannabe in every. I mean, what a piece of trash. And I just kept thinking, surely this is going to deliver something for me. Maybe not a good movie, but something.
Brad Pitt.
Nothing.
Right, Brad
It's-
Pitt was in that.
It's the most nothing burger space movie I've seen in 30 years. That was one that hit my head immediately just because it was more top of mind and more recent. But dude, when I started thinking about it, I would say first of all, those Rebel Moon movies that are supposed to be the new Star Wars that are on Netflix. I mean, you can't get 3 minutes in without going, surely something's going to happen here. This is just
And it never does?
horribly disconnected, terribleness, awful characters. Not great acting. I mean, just the worst.
And it never does get better.
It never even gets okay.
Oh, wow.
You know how I feel about Grown Ups. I mean, we're talking about a movie where
Yeah,
you
I
have
love
like
it.
all of our heroes,
Right.
all of our comedic heroes
Sandler,
getting together
Chris Rock,
Right.
and just
Rob
telling
Schneider.
horribly bad scripted jokes. What a piece of trash. You've wasted everything minutes-wise for me with that one. But I kept thinking, oh, this will get better. And I'll tell you what, man, this is going to be controversial maybe. Joker,
Oh.
the hype was so... It was a good movie.
first one.
Yeah, it was a good movie. But the hype made it seem like it was something new and profound and not predictable. And it was so predictable.
A lot of people on the instant feedback are saying Joker 2.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Joker,
Yeah.
like Joker
Yeah.
number 2.
I'll concur on Joker 1. I thought
E-
it was
even
like-
Joker 1.
I thought it was a fine movie that got overblown as like some masterpiece.
Right. I just kept...
It was just
I
a
kept-
ripoff. It was
I kept-
Taxi Driver a ripoff.
It was a good movie.
I didn't
but
feel like I wasted money on that one.
No, I didn't either, but I just kept waiting for the big masterpiece moment. Wait, you know the other one? Girl with a Dragon Tattoo
What?
is so freaking good.
Oh, I was going to say.
And the American version is a total piece of crap.
I completely disagree.
Oh, is that with James Bond?
Did you read? Yeah. Did, did you read the books or
Rooney
see the
Mara?
No, I
original?
didn't know.
Oh
I
my
didn't.
gosh. Well, then you don't know what
That's
you're
the
missing.
Rooney Mara
Does the
one,
original
right?
have the Trent
Yes.
Reznor and Atticus Ross sound to it? Because like that soundtrack and scoring was so freaking good.
Yeah, and the look of it's cool too. But
Yes.
the storyline, there's so
Rooney
much
Mara.
missing. There's
All right.
so much
Daniel,
missing.
hot ass Daniel
JB
Craig.
says G.I. Joe.
Oh man, that was garbage. I love my boy Marlon, but man,
Boondock Saints 2. I mean, from 30 seconds in, you go, oh no, please deliver something.
honestly, if you rewatch it, Boondock Saints 1.
Oh, Boondock Saints 1
really?
is
Watch
is,
that
is
as an adult
horrendous.
man.
It's horrendous.
That's as a kid, it was so rad.
Yeah, it aged so poorly, but at least it delivered to
In
the
its moment.
15-year-old
Yeah.
self of us. You know what I'm saying? But number 2, we expected something from.
I
It was
still
just
think
like
about
a
this
no.
guy all the time, and I've talked about it on the air, that had the Aquitas Veritas tattoos on his hands
Yeah,
and
yeah.
tried to tell me he's never seen the movie.
This is from Boondock Saints.
Get the f out of here.
Yeah, who is also, that's the guy from Fraggle Rock.
What do you mean?
The bartender in Boondock Saints that says that is the old man in Fraggle Rock with the
No way.
dog.
Drew says Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Agreed.
Oh, interesting. I'll say the
Long
other
stinker.
The other one was The Greatest Showman. The Greatest Showman is not, it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't deliver what it's supposed to deliver.
It was well made.
I thought it was okay. I mean,
Yeah.
Rewatch it.
The soundtrack's incredible.
Yeah,
Eric
good-
says
good for
Napoleon
them.
Dynamite, Talladega Nights.
Sure it is.
Wrong on both of those.
Let me see here. The Happening.
Yeah.
Was that Nicole Kidman?
M. Night Shyamalan.
that was Mark
Wahlberg.
Oh,
When the trees are gonna get us all.
I don't remember that one.
All right, for me, here we
Yeah.
go. Single worst movie I sat through, hoping it would get better, but never did. So I got 4 of them here. Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, terrible.
Terrible.
Damn it, Stanley
Oh,
Kubrick.
really? You think so?
Really?
Yeah, don't like it.
I've never
I
seen
liked
it, actually.
I like Stanley Kubrick.
Me too.
You know, the
Love
whole
mask orgies, no big deal.
Love mask
but-
orgies. I'm like, when is this going to be something?
Right.
Oh, I
I
thought-
felt worse about myself.
Really?
Oh, interesting.
Lost in Translation.
Yeah, another one.
That movie sucks.
It does. But isn't Scarlett Johansson so cute with her pink hair?
No, I don't care.
Oh.
You didn't like that one?
No, sucks.
All right.
We saw it in the
Bill
theater,
Murray.
though, dude. We were
Yeah, it
bored.
must have been.
That's why.
It was like the right mood for us, probably
Yeah,
at that moment.
I remember at home going because it was so much hype. I go, okay, it's going to get better at some point.
Oh, bummer.
Remember the whole whisper at the end? Like, what is he whispering to her?
Yeah, right.
Only they know.
I know what you're
Get
saying.
out of here.
Right. Also, that was made so Bill Murray could make out with Scarlett Johansson. You know, it was just like one of those movies.
Super overrated. Tenet.
Ooh.
I almost said that earlier.
Christopher Nolan's Tenet. Oh, get out of here with
we
that movie.
rewatched it. I will take no Christopher Nolan slander here. Okay, I worship that dude as a filmmaker.
No.
I think if you rewatch it,
No.
it's a better and a worse movie than you thought, and
Not
it's
gonna waste my time.
it's
It's a
it
better
is.
and worst movie?
Yeah, it's better because you can understand it more, and you're like, well,
Something a fan of Tenet would say.
hang on, I know this is not. I'm not a fan of Tenet. I'm a fan of Nolan. And when I rewatched it, I understood a lot more, and I grasped a bit more of what was trying to be done. I think John David Washington actually ruins it, and I
Denzel's son, huh?
yeah. And on my first watch, I thought he was great. On the second watch, I was like, oh my gosh, I think this is missing.
He's not.
gravitas because he's not good.
He's a weak link on
Tenet?
He's not good. I guarantee
Try
you.
sitting through that garbage.
You know how Nolan always like recasts his favorite actors? Like it's
Yeah.
always the same cast. I guarantee you Washington will never be in another movie.
I'll see your Tenet and raise you a second John David Washington if you've tried to sit through The Creator, the big sci-fi movie that came out after Tenet that he was in about the little android kid that was there like.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. I never
It
saw
became just an airplane movie. It bombed in theaters, and man, it was. I watched it on a plane, and I was like, God.
Good one, Brian. Royal Tenenbaums, another one.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
great
that
movie.
movie's amazing.
Come on, guys. That
Get out of
one's
my
phenomenal.
face.
I
People
agree.
try to crap on Wes
Pristine.
Anderson all the
I
time.
like Wes Anderson.
Yeah, he's incredible.
I didn't
Disagree.
like it.
The
I didn't
Creator-
like. I
phenomenal.
didn't like it.
I
I will
forgot
say,
about this
I like
Not
Creator
liking
movie.
it and sitting through it and waiting for it to get better, I feel like aren't the same thing exactly.
Yeah.
There's movies I don't like, but I could like see the artistic value.
I like Life Aquatic. I think that's a great movie.
Yeah.
Royal Tenenbaums is better than that one.
Maybe I need to see it again, but it was one I remember seeing in the theater going, all right, everybody's saying they love this movie. I'm waiting, and I don't love it.
Dude, this Creator trailer, by the way, got almost 17 million views. People were stoked about this, and then you're right. I never heard about
Never
it.
heard about
It
it
must have
again.
been that bad.
Lord of the
I didn't
Rings
think Gene Hackman was great in that role.
He was hilarious, man.
as Royal.
Yeah, I just don't know how you could watch that.
Okay, I
and
gotta
not
watch it again
appreciate
then.
81%, and
Okay,
people gave
I'll
it
watch
almost
it again.
90%.
Lord of the Rings. Hated it.
No, get out of the studio.
What are you
Why?
talking about?
When
Get
is
out
this
of my
going to get
face.
better? Boo!
Oh, no.
These guys just making enemies today.
Yeah, you're just doing that on
I
purpose.
know, I wrote it down.
Yeah,
Lord
to
of the
upset
Rings.
us.
No, get out of here.
No, you're just doing that. Rage bait.
It was the
Tyler's so
second
cute.
one I wrote down, too.
Why do you hate fantasy like that?
I love fantasy.
That's one of the best.
So well
I get
done.
emotional
Yeah.
watching Lord
You
of
get
the Rings.
lost in that whole
That's
movie.
because you're a big girl.
Oh, that's okay. You can call me
Well,
whatever
what's
you
wrong
want.
with being a big girl?
I'm enjoying life over here, bro.
And Inya's in the soundtrack. I mean,
Somebody said Borat. I could see how Borat's not for everybody. Like,
the
what's
second
all the
one
hype
for
about?
sure.
What was this? Bruno.
Oh yeah, Bruno.
Bruno
never
is the
saw that
wiener one, right?
Bruno's the one
haircut.
where he played the gay like
Like an
fashion
art guy or something. Yeah. And there's wieners.
Although the dictator was excellent.
Dictator was funny.
I don't think it necessarily qualifies as waited for it to get better, and it didn't. But I will say one that I expected to like wow me, and I never got anything was Avatar.
Yeah, same.
I was like,
I could say I like Avatar.
special effects were cool, but
Did you
I
see
was
it
like,
in 3D?
yeah.
Did nothing
cool.
for you, huh?
I thought it was a cool spectacle. I just didn't think it. Everyone's like, this movie is going to change cinema forever. And I
Well,
was like,
enough where
it's
people
not,
were getting
though.
depressed because they wanted to live. They wanted to live there,
Yeah.
and they
that's
and
right.
they when they
didn't-
left the theater, they realized they couldn't live there with all the blue people.
Yeah, sorry.
We call them avatars.
Oh no.
What?
Avatars.
Oh Lord.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody has a nickname.
Oh, dude. You.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, it's not. It's not real. It's not real.
I saw that for the first time last year, and I didn't make it through it.
Well, you know what? We saw it in IMAX. I remember the first time. It was great. But then I saw it and I was like, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to live there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a film that I saw the preview. Was like, I'm good. I've never seen it. It looked.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Ugh.
Oh, man. Everybody's giving me crap for not liking Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry. I just don't like it.
Don't be sorry to us. Be sorry to
Hey,
yourself.
you don't like Royal Tenenbaum? You don't like Lord of
I
the
don't
Rings?
like
That's your
it.
thing.
And, you know what? I will give Royal Tenenbaums another shot.
Yeah.
Tell you what,
Great.
man.
It's worth
I
it. Just
saw
go
it
with
in
that
the,
attitude.
I saw
though.
it
It's like,
in the theater, and maybe I just was not in the right headspace.
Go
Yeah.
home and watch the Jackson trilogy, the director's cut, the extended versions.
Oh, good. Each
Yes.
one's like 6 hours long. Awesome.
Hey, but now that you like tracksuits, you're gonna love Royal Tenenbaum even more.
That's true.
Yeah, dude. Put your tracksuit on and put
watch
on
it.
that movie.
You're gonna love it.
What year did Royal Tenenbaums come in?
2000.
Yeah, 99 or
High
2000,
school.
something around there.
You know, it really does depend on who I was with when I saw that movie.
Yeah, if you see it with somebody that appreciates that kind of stuff, it would just make it even better.
What year?
2001.
2001.
And it's when the Wilson brothers were just crushing it.
Yeah, it was co-written by Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I was right.
All right. Today is January the 28th. Back of the day, 1878, 147 years ago, the first telephone switchboard went online. That happened in New Haven, Connecticut. There were 21 subscribers one operator who answered the phone with ahoy hoy and then rudely put the caller on hold. 56 years ago, 1969, with the first pick in the NFL draft, the Buffalo Bills selected who?
What year?
1969. With the first pick in the NFL draft, the Buffalo Bills select
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson.
51 years ago, 1974, Muhammad Ali beats Joe Frazier at Madison Square Garden in their second match of 3 fights. Frazier had won the first one. 43 years ago, 1982, Rhea Perlman marries Danny DeVito. They seemed like an unbreakable Hollywood couple, but split in 2013. Last I heard, they're back together, right?
Yeah, they were unbreakable.
I think that's an on and off thing.
They're so
I'm
cute.
not sure they're together right
It's
now.
because they're so tiny.
They are so tiny. I just love them.
Like, they're so small.
I know.
The last time,
I want to put Danny in my right pocket and Rhea in my left pocket.
too.
Bring her around everywhere. 40 years ago today, 1985, dozens of music's top stars left their egos at the door and recorded a song written by Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones, and Lionel Richie.
We are the world.
Following the American Music Awards, 45 artists, including Bruce Springsteen, Stevie Wonder, Sting, Kenny Rogers, Hall & Oates, Tito Jackson, Sheila E., and Dan Aykroyd. That's right. Spent all night recording We Are the World.
Waylon, right? Didn't want to speak. Or
Waylon walked out.
Yeah, he walked out. I don't speak
Swahili.
Yeah, Swahili. Damn it, Waylon.
Remember, I think Stevie Wonder wanted to do a verse in Swahili, and Waylon Jackson was like, Waylon Jennings was like, nope, I'm out.
What a disaster.
Y'all got too fruity in here. You could hear like the overdub from Dukes of Hazzard. That's when things took a turn on the fruity side. And Waylon just walks out, narrates his own walkout.
That's a great documentary,
It
by
is.
the way.
Still on Netflix.
So, and who was the backing band for this amazing ensemble? Who was it?
Ooh, I don't remember.
E Street?
Toto.
Toto, of
they were
course.
everybody's.
Toto was essential to We Are the World, raising millions of dollars for starving people in Ethiopia, most of which went on to feed Ethiopian bandits. So, there you go. And 39 years ago today, 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded. We were watching it on TV in school. That's the one with the school teacher on it. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Cordell & Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. David Lee Roth, who announced his retirement from performing in 2021, is scheduled to do his first show since 2020 as he's part of the lineup for the M3 Festival in Meriwether Post Pavilion in Columbia, Maryland. He's going to be there on May 3rd. Also on the bill that weekend, Ace Frehley, Lita Ford, Winger, Rat.
Whoa.
Rat is getting back together.
What kind of show is this?
We're going to Maryland.
This
we're
is
going to
us
Maryland.
on the road.
Get the van gassed up because we're going to Maryland.
Great White, Warrant.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, so Great White lost their singer last year.
Yeah, Jack
Warrant
Russell.
lost their singer
Long
a
time
couple
ago.
years ago. Long time ago.
Winger, Kip Winger's
Kip
still
Winger's
doing
still
it.
doing it.
He's saying really gross things about women backstage, but he's still doing it. Ace Frehley's still doing it. Lita Ford is still doing it. I think Lita's coming to town soon. I heard some inside scoop about a little tour with her and Dee Schneider possibly
Ford
coming.
was If I Close My Eyes Forever.
Yes, with Ozzy, and
With
then she was
Ozzy.
in The Runaways. And so this is really cool, you guys. David Lee Roth is back on stage. I think we should probably go. May 3rd. Let's all do it. Madonna showed up to a New York City comedy club with Amy Schumer. She did 30 minutes of stand-up. A source said they were stunned to see Madonna walk in and do stand-up. She, 66 years old, got up there, capacity of just 150 people. She
Why is the puppet from Saw, the Saw movies, doing stand-up?
Well, she did well.
Oh, my
An audience
goodness.
member was so stunned it was her. It took them the entire set to warm up, but they loved it. She said every time she dropped the F-bomb, people laughed. She did a lot of political jokes and apparently killed it. So
Is this the Comedy Cellar?
I think it was, yeah. 150 people at the Comedy
Man,
Cellar.
if you're in New York City and you have a chance to go to the Comedy Cellar, have you ever played there? Have you ever gotten up there?
I've been there, but no, you got to get past the cellar. You got to be a New York comic. And
You go on a weeknight.
I do the sister club called Fat Black Pussycat.
I went there, sat in the front row there. Terrible mistake.
Yeah.
That was. The Comedy Cellar, you just go on a weekday, and it's honestly one of those places where Chris Rock will come in.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld will come in to
cool.
just work out stuff. No phones. You can't have a phone. They're very strict about it. Doesn't hold that many people.
It's great.
Your
It's much
favorite-
smaller than you think it's going to be.
Very small.
150 people.
And that's probably
probably
it.
asses to elbows.
pushing it, yeah.
Yeah.
You literally got to go down the stairs. It is in a cellar.
I wanna
And it's
go.
dark and low ceilings. It's cool.
Lady Gaga's new album is called Mayhem. It's going to be out on March 7th. Her song with Bruno Mars, Die With a Smile, has been on the top 100 charts for 4 weeks. The third single and music video from the singer's highly anticipated album will premiere during the Grammy Awards commercial break, so look out for that. And I'm excited because this means Gaga is coming out on tour, I'm sure. Last time she was here in St. Louis, she absolutely killed it. If you've never gotten to see her, she's excellent, so I look forward to it. In TV news, Hilaria and Alec Baldwin.
Hilaria.
Oh, you're hilarious. The Baldwins are bringing their reality TV show to TLC with an episode that opens them up about the fatal Rust shooting, an emotional trailer that came out. The trailer begins on a lighthearted note by showing the chaos that comes with being in the Baldwins.
Boy, I tell you what, remember before Alec killed somebody? The big controversy with that family was she said she was from Spain.
In Spain.
Spain. But it turns out she's not.
America?
She's from like New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
And she would have like the fake accent.
She said
and
She did?
She would go into an accent and be like, "How you say?"
cucumber.
She went full seagal. Full seagal.
How you say, bitch, you're from New Hampshire.
Yeah,
¿Cómo
you
se
know how to say
dice
it.
cucumber?
How do you say?
Maple syrup.
¿Cómo se dice banana?
Well, if you're into it and want to see that accent, it's going to be on TLC February 23rd.
And then her
The
husband
Baldwins.
killed somebody on the set of a movie, and that kind of
Yes.
went away.
And she went, "Thank you. Thank you for getting these people off my back."
Kevin Hart's youth is the catalyst for an upcoming adult cartoon called Lil Kev. The show is going to take liberties with real stories from his life when he was 12 years old, and it's also going to feature Wanda Sykes and Dion Cole on vocal roles. So Lil Kev will be seen on BET Plus, and it's slated to start this spring. Roseanne is working on a new show that's a cross between the original Roseanne and The Sopranos. So it's about
Rosano.
Yeah,
The Rosanos.
Rosanos.
Woke up this morning.
I got a feeling this one will end with just.
There's no ducks in this show. It's about a small town farmer in Alabama who's dabbling in growing and selling marijuana and magic mushrooms. She and her family are also, quote, trying to save the United States from drug gangs in China. And so it's so Roseanne says it's silly out there.
It was a reality show, right?
No, this is
Is it
going to be
scripted?
it's going to be a scripted show. It might be reality. Who the hell knows?
Do you want to get high or take down China?
She says it's going to be very offensive. There's a lot of swearing. They're going to save America with guns, the Bible, petty crime, and alcoholism. It's kind of like a Coen Brothers thing. That's what she
What
says.
is this going to be on?
It's-
No network has
no
picked this up
network
yet?
has picked this up yet. And if she says if Hollywood doesn't pick it up, she'll release it herself
On Truth
on her own
Social.
network on Truth Social.
Remember, she had that show called Roseanne is Nuts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She
She's a
ran her
nut farmer.
macadamia farm in
Hawaii.
Yeah. That
What
was
a
all right,
life.
actually.
Well, happy Nate to
Have you
that.
seen her lately? I mean, this chick is rolling blonde. She's got this crazy hair looking now. She's looking like Christina Aguilera in a different universe back in the 2000s. And not in a good way.
It's just the whole premise of that show just sounds like she put all the things,
Keywords.
all the wacky stuff she believes into
Yeah.
Chat GPT, and they pumped out a
Absolutely.
script.
Yeah.
And she's
Yep.
like, "This is my new show."
This is rage keywords.
The Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni feud is nowhere near over, and a New York court has set a trial date for March in 2026.
What's crazy about this thing is, if you've been following, I've been trying to follow along here. So
Yeah.
every time she accused him of something, he goes, "Nope," and I have the receipts for it. Like, here's the voicemail saying, me apologizing for something, or this is the voicemail of you doing something to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do I care about these two? I've been following it too, and I keep kind of, tennis balling back and forth on like, oh, I see this side, and then I go, wait, what is I? Just tell me what happens.
Right. Now we got to wait till next year to figure out
Kind
how
of.
this is all going to go down.
Rabbit hole I went down, my first general feeling was these are two people that both suck, that are just sucking towards each other.
I don't know. He seems like a pretty decent guy.
Yeah, but this is Ryan Reynolds, and you have said before that do we have a problem with Ryan Reynolds?
My spidey sense
Yeah.
tells me like there's something up there, and has for a long time. I've always said that.
Maybe this is part of
We've
that.
been on that page.
I've
for a
always
minute.
said that.
Yeah.
We're just-
And this
we're
is
just-
this is maybe it's showing I was right.
Maybe.
He seems like a good dude. Like, this was a movie about like domestic violence, and she's trying to ruin this guy. And
Well, so next Monday, a pretrial hearing is scheduled in New York to consider a gag order on Baldoni's attorney. So Blake wrote the court yesterday saying, quote, "The endless stream of defamatory and extrajudicial media statements must end. It will not stop without this court's intervention." Coincidentally, somebody leaked a 7-minute apology from Baldoni, recorded after a meeting with Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift about script changes, where Blake was sent a voice note at 2 a.m. that said, quote, I'm really sorry I effed up. I will admit and apologize when I fail. I'm a very flawed man, as my wife will attest. So there's all sorts of other things.
The weird
being
thing
attached
is,
to this.
everything that you see kind of lends itself to you for you to believe whatever side you want to believe.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there's evidence to be seen in it for both sides, and it kind of makes it hard as somebody that's watching this to think that we should be watching this, because it should be like, just tell us what the professionals that are supposed to study all this have determined you guys did to each other.
Right.
Because for me, I feel like I'm super susceptible to going, oh, yeah, she's got a point. And then, oh, yeah, he's got a point. And then, oh, yeah, she's got a point. This sucks. I think Rafe's right. They probably are both just after each other and just who knows what's going on.
I don't like it.
That's what it feels like.
A new teaser trailer for James Gunn's Superman is dropped. Not only do we get another glimpse of David Cornissette as the title superhero, but the newest teaser lets us see actor Nicholas Hoult, who's just everywhere right now, as Lex Luthor. So Superman lands in theaters July 11th.
Is anybody excited about this?
What happened?
This new Superman?
James
Yeah,
Gunn?
I mean,
I can't.
St. Louis' own James Gunn?
I can't get my hopes
he's
up.
a good
Nick
director,
Holt?
so I would imagine it's going to be.
know.
I
Nick
think
Holt's
I've-
having a moment.
I think I've had too much Superman in my life, and I'm afraid it's taking away from what Superman was to me.
Well, I hate to tell you what I'm about ready to tell you.
I mean, so we got you
It's too much.
Christopher Reeve is my Superman.
Yeah, for me too. And
well, he's dead.
and I was
I
okay.
know.
I was okay with the reboot.
Nice.
And then when the Smallville and Dean Cain is playing
Well,
something.
Dean Cain and
What a
then Brandon,
joke.
Brandon Routh and who was the other guy? Henry Cavill.
That is Henry Cavill. I'm
Henry
okay with. I
Cavill's
think he's
very
kind of a
good
perfect
Too
person.
many Supermans.
Bad movie though.
Not my favorite. You talking Zack Snyder? That one?
They were okay. Snyder's Superman movies were not great.
But at least-
I'm excited for the direct. I think James Gunn will do a good job. I
Yeah.
don't know if the movie will be good. I don't know if the actor will be good.
At least the Snyder one helped me forget that there was a Dean Cain in Smallville.
Yeah.
You
Dean
know
Cain
what I'm
looks
saying?
so weird in that outfit.
Smallville was
In the
not Dean Cain,
uniform.
by the way. That was
I know.
Superman and Lois.
I know, but
Oh,
both
okay.
of those
well,
were
yeah,
just
okay.
crapola.
There's
Like,
a new one.
What are
There's
you
another
doing to
TV
my
one
guy?
right now
Really?
with a guy that kind of looks like I can't even describe what he looks like. He kind of looks like a weasel. Weasel Superman.
Looks like a weasel.
Rat face.
But that's what I'm saying. Don't
Yeah, he's
film
one
it.
of our he's a rat face guy. He's one of me. He's one of ours.
Summer's over.
I just feel like
I respect it. It made me feel like,
Well, you guys, the James Gunn Superman is going to air and drop during the Puppy Bowl, so be on the lookout for it. And we're going to have tons of superheroes to see in trailers during the Super Bowl. The Fantastic Four: First Steps, Jurassic World: Rebirth, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and then Lilo and Stitch. These are all different trailers that are going to come out
During the Super Bowl.
I guess I'm just hoping and praying that whatever they do with Superman, they do it service, they do it justice with the music, the feeling, and everything for our kids that we had when we were kids.
Well, he's pulling
I think it.
from the comics.
But I can't. It's not
It'll
for me.
never be the same.
Well, it's never going to be the same for me. So I'm just hoping and praying, because I don't want to watch these, because it'll take away from what it is to me. But I'm hoping that they do something for my kids, because my son would probably sit through 15 minutes of Superman 1 and be like, this is garbage.
Speaking of doing something for the kids, a movie based on Dr. Seuss's book, Oh, the Places You'll Go, is coming to us in 2028. It's going to be an animated musical movie. It's going to be centered around a young adventurer navigating the ups and downs of life, and it will be based on Dr. Seuss's last published book of the same name that was released in 1990. And also, if you're very tall, if you're like 7 feet tall, can you donate some clothes to Lurch from the Addams Family? The guy's name is Carol Strucken, and he was in Twin Peaks. His house burnt down during the LA fires, and it's really sad. And he has his son-in-law put up a GoFundMe, but also he just needs clothes, and he's so big.
Yeah.
There's no clothes out there at donation centers, so they've actually reached out to the NBA to see if NBA
yeah.
players can reach out
Yeah.
and give him
Come
some
on,
clothes.
Shaq.
He's the guy that played Lurch in the Addams Family movies.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, and he's enormous.
He's
he looks
enormous.
pretty identical to how he used to look.
And he's so sweet looking. Like, I don't know. I feel bad all of his clothes are gone.
Oh, what a bummer.
And finally, there's a new study that took a look at music tees that were sold on the marketplace sites between December of 2023 and last September. You know how I collect vintage T-shirts?
So the T-shirts, okay.
And I spend some good money on special shirts. So, like, these aren't crazy. Like, the Grateful Dead has the highest value T-shirt for almost $3,000. Okay, it's from 1994. Has the large Black Panther on the front. So if you have that T-shirt, people out there will possibly buy it for $3,000.
Whoa.
Nirvana from In Utero tour, that's going to get you about $2,000 for that tour T-shirt. If you have an In
So
Utero,
if you have an original In Utero tour Nirvana T-shirt, that'll fetch you how much?
$2,000.
$2,000. Obviously, they got to be in good condition.
So
Honestly, no.
Here's the Black Panther shirt.
I have seen, because I look at Etsy and all these different vintage stores around the nation and stuff. You can have holes in it. You can have burn marks. Like, people will still pay a ton of money for these shirts.
That's a Grateful Dead shirt? With the Black Panther? I've never seen that before.
Well, that's probably why it's worth so much. Did you see, you saw that video of that gal at some festival with her mom. It's like a teenage kid, and she's wearing like an old school, real deal Nirvana shirt, and somebody offered her $1,000, and she's like, nope.
Well, Nirvana is number one on this list of the top 10 artists that have the highest resale value, like on an average, not the $3,000. Nirvana, you can find these kind of original T-shirts for almost $300. Red Hot Chili Peppers T-shirts, Earth, Wind and Fire, Outkast, Guns N' Roses, Green Day, Paul McCartney, Kanye West, Pearl Jam. Those are going to get you a lot of money on these vintage
original
markets.
shirts
if you have
from these
original
bands.
shirts.
Cool.
So check into that, and that is your crap on celebrities.
I have a couple original Teenage Dirtbag shirts.
Oh,
you better hold on to those.
I'm gonna.
You better. I have an OG
They're in a safe.
Pearl Jam shirt, but it's probably not worth anything. It's like a
no, it is
overturned semi on
$100.
fire.
Maybe it could be worth something. Overturned semi on fire, huh?
Does it have to be a tour shirt, or can it just be an old one?
It has to be like an authentic. Tour shirts are the normal shirts, like the replicated ones that we see at Target. I mean, those weren't around like back in the day.
A Silverchair one around 95.
Oh, dang!
Yeah, you
dog.
maybe look it up, man.
If you got that, I have old.
got it.
I have old Rancid stuff.
That's cool.
That's pretty tight. Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. What?
It's the way you said that.
I mean, I got it
If you
in the 90s.
isolated that, I got old Rancid stuff. I love it.
Well, you have to say it's tight because it's the 90s. Ariel Winter is 27. That's Alex Dunphy on Modern Family. Which, by the way, we've started watching that. That is a good show. It's really funny. Will Poulter, that's Gally the Enforcer on the Maze Runner movies, also in We're the Millers and The Revenant, is 32. J. Cole, the rapper, is 40. Elijah Wood is 44. Frodo Baggins would be sad to hear that you don't like Lord of the Rings.
On his birthday, I had to say it too, which sucks.
Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys is 45. Joey Fat One is 48 from NSYNC. Rick Ross is 49. Catherine Morris,
Fat One,
the Cold Case star. She was also on that show Reverie. She's 56. Rakim, hip-hop pioneer and inspiration to many of today's top MCs.
It's Rakim.
Is what? What I say?
Rakim?
Whatever,
Rakim.
man. I'm sorry. Give me some piano, will you?
Oh.
Rakim is 57. Sarah McLachlan.
Oh, I would have played the puppy song, man.
McLachlan. Sarah McLachlan.
I know.
All right, go puppy music.
I gotta find it.
Sarah McLachlan and her puppy music are 57, and Alan Alda, hero to Jeff Burton.
Hero to Jeff Burton.
Hawkeye Pierce on MASH, and also the senator on the West Wing. Alan Alda is 89 years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Ander Page. And today's birthday girl's been in 80 fine films, including Ass Extravaganza 1, Buffy Malibu's Nasty Girls 30, Dawn of the Debutantes 24, Hot Showers 10, Ladies in Lust,
Showers.
Laid in Japan, When the Boys Are Away, the Girls Will Play 11, and who could forget her role in 2012's A River Runs Through Her.
Oh,
whoa!
What's that about?
Talk about fly fishing. Come on.
Ander Page is 45 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we will play a game we like to call Take 5. So here's how this is going to work. Well, I'll first tell you what we're going to give away. We've got tickets for the Incubus Manchester Orchestra show, which we just announced yesterday, July 3rd over at Chaffetz. We got tickets to go see Shinedown with Bush and Morgan Wade Friday night, August 15th at Enterprise. We got tickets to go see Cohen and Cambria with Taking Back Sunday, Saturday night, August 16th at St. Louis Music Park. And we have tickets for Point Fest, which is happening on Saturday, May 17th at the Amphitheater. So Take 5 will put all our names on the big wheel, on the great wheel, except for Rafe's, because Rafe is the host.
Correct.
So the wheel will decide who's playing. We'll get you on the phone. We'll put the RizzShow member in isolation. Rafe will ask you three questions that require one-word answers.
That is right.
Okay, you'll give your answers. And then we'll take the RizzShow member out of isolation. We'll ask them the same question. They will have 5 chances to match your answer. 2 out of 3 correct answers, you win the prize. Now, don't be dumb here. Okay? If Rafe asks you, name a color, don't say fuchsia. Nobody's going to guess fuchsia. Okay? Try to mind meld. Try to match with your RizzShow partner. Okay? Be smart here. And if I'm not playing, I'll tell you if the answer's dumb or not.
Okay.
314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Take 5 is next. All right, straight up 8 o'clock, Tuesday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. We got a right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle 55 southbound just before Loughborough. There's also a lot of delays 270 westbound between 364 and 64. Average speed about 30 miles an hour there. Your point forecast sunny, high of 53 right now. It is 34 at the Point Studio.
So last time you saw the garage, the place was full of stuff. It was dirty, it was dingy.
So this is the inside of the garage. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep some of this structure here and then kind of build around it.
And now look, it's a house. So now we got siding, we got windows, we even have a roof and a patio. So let me bring you guys inside. Oh, hey, you wanna come in? Let's go. It's night and day for what you guys saw before. I mean, this is an actual house now with rooms all framed at. But here's the cool part. We kept basically the frame of the...
Every week during the Blues season, we get to talk with Chris Kerber, and maybe your kids have taken an interest in hockey, and this is something that they've been wanting to do for a long time, but you've done your research, and you know that hockey can be quite pricey to get your kids started. And who knows if they actually want to get involved long term. So is it worth spending thousands? Maybe, maybe not. But the great news is First Community is here and they got your back. And they've teamed up to the Blues, who offer a low-cost learn-to-play program for kids that are intended ages 4 through 9 who have never participated in organized youth hockey before. And it's absolutely amazing. It's all for a reasonable cost. And your kids are going to get 6 weeks of on-ice instruction over at the Centene Ice Community Center. And that's where the Blues practice. It's absolutely an amazing facility. So it's a great way to start their career in hockey. Plus, here's where you're going to save a ton of money, and this is why I love First Community. They go out of their way to figure out ways to put your dollar to work for you and make it go so much further. All the equipment is included with the registration fee. The helmet, the stick, the pads, and yes, even the skates, all included with the registration fee. So your kids can get 6 weeks of on-ice instruction, plus they get all the gear, and you can find out if they really want to get involved with hockey. So go to First Community today. If your kids are interested in hockey, it's a great, great program. Go to firstcommunity.com.
All right, we're here at the Burton House in Eureka, and I've been talking on the air about how they want to get rid of this almost 100-foot tree, 110-foot tree, something like that. My tree guy, Tom, he's almost 77. He's cutting this sucker down with our buddy Ryan. And I got my friend Brad over here helping out. So we're hoping it falls that way, and not that way, or that way, or that way. And I asked him, is it going to go that way? And his wisdom was, that's the plan. So we'll see.
Hi, I'm Rizz from the radio, and I've been playing guitar for about 10 months now. And that means I'm ready to teach you how to play guitar too. Are you ready to learn some fine licks? Well, I want you to take classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music. In no time, I can get you playing like this. When you sign up for classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music, I will teach at least one class a week, 15 minutes only, and you'll get this commemorative tote bag. Achieve all your dreams. Learn how to play guitar. Yes, fine licks like this. Jimi Hendrix, B.B. King, Kurt Cobain, Stevie Ray Vaughan, John Denver did not take classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music, and look how they turned out. After taking classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music, those panties will be melting off. And you'll be shredding your way to this commemorative tote bag. Classes are forming soon.
Well, gentlemen, we will see you in St. Louis on Sunday. We are so excited to have Point Fest back and to have you guys be a part of it. But I want to kind of talk about this from a couple of different angles, all right? First and foremost, the crew that you have working with you in the Seether camp, I'm sure is scaled down because of, the craziness that is the pandemic. But can you talk about like sort of what the crew is doing now, added responsibility that they weren't doing before to keep you guys safe for all these shows, just so you can play them?
Go ahead, Johnny.
Actually, for us, our little world, obviously, venues will have different rules, mask mandates backstage. Our crew, we still have a full crew. We have our regular setup, our techs and front of house. So it's such a healthy thing and a great thing to be playing shows again, man. This time last year, we never, we didn't know what was going to happen. And here we are doing shows again. And the first one was almost like a spiritual experience. It was a show in Ohio. And it was just so great to be on stage, playing music, being a band and doing what we do, man. I missed it so much. So
yeah,
it's a great thing.
I've talked to a couple of folks, like myself, that are in the industry, and we're very lucky to be able to go to a lot of shows, but sometimes, unfortunately, in the job, sometimes there's burnout that creeps in, even for going to
is where fun and fantasy meet. So you are in charge of planning the bachelor or bachelorette party. Let's say the bachelorette party. Ladies, where are you going to go for those penis straws or, all that bachelorette party stuff? You go to Patricia's, of course. It is where fun and fantasy meet. If you're thinking about getting freaky this weekend, sexy lingerie, sexy costumes, stiletto heels, adult toys for women and men, male enhancers. Scott needs another sex wedge. His birthday's coming up. He wore his first one out. So just a Patricia's gift card, that's fine for Scott. And he got 3 locations, very convenient. St. Peter's at the Cave Springs exit on Page, 3 miles east of the Westport Plaza, and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. Lotions, lubes, vibrating toys, stuff for the expert, stuff for the novice, and everything in between. If you have any questions, just ask an employee. Not going to judge you. The place is well lit. They're great over there. For all your fun and adult toys, it's Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, and where naughty is nice. Teenage Dirtbags playing this weekend. Saturday over at the Schlafly
Tap Room.
That's downtown.
Right. Schlafly Tap
Art
Room.
Inside.
2100 Locust Art Inside. They do art outside during the summer, and they're bringing it inside this year. Tons of music. Steve Ewing duo. Adam is DJing. Number One Sons is playing. Middle Class Fashion. The 45. Steve Woolley. The Winks. And the Teenage Dirtbags.
Adam? You mean Adam?
He goes by Adam.
Yep, Adam.
When he's behind the ones and the twos.
Formerly of Loser's Luck.
Yeah, we know Adam
okay.
from way back in the
But
day.
it is Adam, though, right?
Good old Adam.
Well, if you're in an informal setting, yes. Now he's great. He's been on tour with
Talented cat, man.
Dierks Bentley and a whole bunch of other country artists. So he's been like killing it out on the road. 40 plus St. Louis based artists. Of course, they have great food and live tattoos. It's going on all weekend.
Live
Teenage
tattoos.
Dirtbags is playing at 5:00 on Saturday.
And it's free?
Free. It's all free.
Free,
It's this is an incredible event to help St. Louis artists and just get the community together and enjoying life, man.
All right. That's this weekend.
Yeah,
Schlafly Tap
Schlafly.com.
Room.
Schlafly.com for the details.
Michelle says a vintage Rancid T-shirt, probably $100.
Yeah.
And a vintage silver chair could get you up to $400.
Dang, Holmes.
Well, about ready to retire, I guess.
I told you, Mom.
And Michelle
it's not just a phase.
Michelle on the Instant Feedback sells vintage clothing, and tour shirts are worth a lot.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But anything truly vintage is desirable.
Okay.
I'll be honest, it's not.
I'll buy it off you right now.
They're not tour shirts. I got them at like Now Hear This and Street Side Records. And stuff.
Well,
that's good.
That's fine.
Oh,
She
okay.
says tour shirts are worth good money, but so are vintage.
I got a ton of
band shirts.
old of some of our old Store of the Year stuff from like 02, 03,
Dude,
04.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I'm just holding on. I'm just holding until the day.
That's a really cool gift idea.
Till
Like,
what day?
Till the day somebody tells me it's worth something.
for Tim's birthday this last year, I got him it's not a vintage one, but we went to go see Soundgarden and Nine Inch Nails in Chicago. And he didn't get a shirt that day. And obviously that was like probably the last time we saw Soundgarden. And I looked online to find that tour shirt, and it wasn't crazy expensive. It was like $50, which was pretty good. I did. I got it.
Cool.
And then, it's such a cool, and I love vintage shirts so much and like collect tour shirts and whatnot. But yeah, there's a market out there for all that.
Dude, man, I went to Nashville and went to they know what they got down there too, like a bougie vintage store. And they were like Rolling Stones 1978 vintage tour shirts for like $700.
Ooh, man.
And I mean, worn out.
But
Definitely had holes and had been worn.
Yeah,
Whoa.
but you got to walk around saying, "This is real."
Well, I'm sure
man.
Like
Never
everywhere you
saw
go.
him, but
And that's a musician city. They're probably selling to other famous musicians who want to look cool on
Or
stage.
hipsters.
Yeah.
Or hipsters, yeah.
Or hipsters with disposable income.
Yes.
All right, let's give away some stuff. All right, we're going to play Take 5. I love this game. So we'll spin the great wheel. Myself, Moon, Lern, and King Scott are all eligible to play because Rafe is going to moderate
Grounded.
this thing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we'll put the RizzShow member in isolation. Rafe will ask our caller 3 questions that require only one-word answers. We'll take the RizzShow member out of isolation after the questions are answered, and you'll have 5 chances to answer the question and match our caller. 2 out of 3 matches, you win your choice of prizes. Incubus tickets, Shinedown tickets, Conan Cambria tickets, and Point Fest tickets. 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Let's go to John in Washington. Good morning, John.
Hello.
Hello, John. All right, let's get the great wheel out, and let's spin her to see who you are playing with this morning. And it is going to be yours truly.
Aww.
Okay, so isolation headphones, please.
Oh, I don't want to remove you from the.
Now I'm going to be put in
From the
isolation, and Rafe will ask you your 3 questions. Hey, remember, we're trying to match here.
Yeah.
So don't be stupid,
stop
John.
What would
coaching.
Rizz say?
What do you mean, stop coaching?
Stop coaching John. John knows what he's doing.
All right.
All right.
John, going into isolation.
And he's isolated
Good to go.
and good to go, John.
John, name a professional wrestler.
Hulk Hogan.
Name a shopping store chain.
Walmart.
Killing it, John. Name a type of dog breed.
Lab.
Nice.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
3 perfect answers.
Yep.
This is all yours, dude.
Yeah, this should be game over.
If he doesn't get this, he's the
Okay.
idiot. Okay.
That was fun.
Come on out.
It's yours to lose, dummy.
Yours
Yep.
to lose.
Me?
Yeah, don't,
Yeah.
hey, don't be
Yeah,
an idiot right
seriously.
now. You could really screw this
Don't
up.
be an idiot.
Okay,
remember?
I'm not an idiot.
Well, we'll see.
Famous last words. Okay, here we go.
Scott Rizzuto, name a professional wrestler.
Hulk Hogan.
Got it.
Got it. Boom.
Come on.
So proud.
Name a shopping store chain.
Schnooks.
No.
No.
Walmart.
You got
Outstanding.
You bang.
John, we did it.
it. John killed it.
All right.
What do you want?
Palais Royale.
Who?
Palais Royale.
We don't have those.
Yeah.
titles. Cohen and Cambria.
Oh, my bad. Point Fest.
Point
Point
Fest.
Fest.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Palais Royale. Hang on.
Palais Royale.
The only dumb answer he gave.
Oh, John. What would the last one have been? I just want to do it for free or for fun.
Go
Do it
ahead.
for free.
Name a dog breed.
Golden Retriever.
New.
Labrador.
You got it.
Yeah, feeling good.
John's answers were
Two-time Tony.
slam dunks. And I was like, this is on you if you guys don't get it. Good
All
job.
right. Hello, Shane.
I'm here.
All right, there you are. Spin the wheel, Moon.
Spinning.
Okay, let's see who you're going to be matched up with. And it's going to
Rizz.
be
Rizz again?
me again.
Rizz again.
Okay. Hang on,
Rizz
Shane.
again. Rizz again. There you go.
So far, killing it.
All right. Is he in?
Yeah, I gave him something off my son's playlist, and
What
he
is
is.
this?
Shane, good luck. Name
garbage.
a country in Europe.
London.
I need a country that is a city in Europe.
Country in Europe.
Think
Not for
Rizz.
sure.
Say what?
Not for sure about this one.
Well, where is London? What country is London?
Let's come back to that.
Okay.
Well, this is swimming.
Geography is not our strong suit in America.
All right. We'll come back to that. Name a Marvel superhero.
Batman.
Marvel superhero. That would be the other universe. We'll come back to that one. Name.
You got to start accepting answers, man.
Okay.
It would make it great. 'cause-
That's fine. We'll do London and Batman and we'll see how that goes. We'll accept London and accept Batman, and we'll see how this goes.
You never know. He may say the same thing.
Yeah, he
Name
might.
a brand of soda.
Pepsi.
All right.
There we go.
There we go.
All right. Take him out of isolation.
Oh,
Let's see
man.
how this goes.
All right,
Hold on.
dude.
Are you sure?
Yours to lose, you big dummy.
Can I ask you? Okay, so when I was in isolation first, he had Plush from Stone Temple Pilots. Love it.
Which is great.
Right.
What was this?
This is Don
Garbage.
Tolliver off of my son's playlist.
Oh,
Well, if you hate that, get ready for what's
Yeah,
next. Here we
garbage.
go.
Can't wait.
I just wanted to put
Speaking
you
of-
in
Here we
the
go.
mood.
Yours to lose, Scott Rizzuto.
Yeah.
You got this.
Oh, man.
I feel
Come
like
on.
pressure.
I mean,
Okay.
seriously, if you don't
Hey.
get this,
Let's go.
Hey, be an idiot. Okay? That's all I'm going to say to you. right
No.
Oh,
Done.
man.
Wow.
What do you mean by that?
Wow.
Be an
All
idiot.
right.
He's still on the phone, by the way.
Well,
Well, you should hang up. Shane, good luck, buddy.
Here we go.
Scott Rizzuto, name a country in Europe.
Italy,
No.
Germany,
No.
Spain,
No.
you don't want him to win, do you?
We'll give
Come
you
on, try
10. We'll give you
harder.
10.
the United Kingdom,
Incorrect.
Come on, you
4.
want him to win or not?
Last chance.
think outside the box.
Okay, I'm going to. I was going to say France, but obviously the way you guys are laughing, Portugal.
No. Shane
is it?
said London.
Not,
It's okay.
Yep.
I really had to think outside the box.
Yeah, we
Yes.
tried to really get you out of the box there.
Still got a chance. 2 more
Still
to
got
go.
a chance.
Tell
Still
him
got
that's not a
chances.
country.
2 to win. We did. We did. And Moon said I had to accept answers, so I
this is
accepted that
this is
answer.
after we.
He had a second chance.
Well, I mean, we got a timer going.
Oh, for one.
Hey,
All right.
kind of think
Donnie has
outside
a
for
show at
everything
10.
we're saying to you.
Name no need to coach. Name a Marvel superhero.
Spider-Man,
No.
Captain America,
Just
Incorrect.
Think of anyone.
No.
Think of anyone.
Iron Man,
No.
But we'll give you 5 on this
Getting
one,
warmer.
too.
Thor.
No.
Really go at it.
The Hulk.
No.
Shane said Batman.
Dude, I thought maybe you might mistakenly say Batman, and we could have the win.
I almost threw up.
Hang on, for funsies, let's do number 3.
All right.
It happens. It happens.
It does.
We all have those days.
Yeah,
We all
sometimes
have
just
those days.
brain
Yes.
fart a
I
little
can
bit.
do nothing for you, Shane, there. I'm sorry, buddy.
No
Hang on,
shame.
hang on.
No shame, bud.
Number 3.
We all
We
have
love
those
Shane.
days.
We love
Shane.
Shane. Yeah, he's awesome.
We
He's
do
awesome.
love Shane.
For fun. Go
All
ahead.
right,
Give it
just
to-
for fun.
Am I still thinking outside the box here?
No,
just-
back
just-
inside the box.
just be
actually.
Rizz.
Be in the Rizz
Okay.
box.
Be you.
Yeah, here we
Name a brand of soda.
Coca-Cola.
No.
Come on, man. Are we gonna swing and strike out
He
here?
says like tab.
No.
Damn, no.
Don't get it right.
And Pepsi.
Yeah.
You got it.
Consolation.
Oh,
We finally
my
started
Lord.
playing for the.
That should be like Jack Daniels.
Oh, Shane.
Sorry, Shane. Next time, buddy. Call
Jeff.
back
Hello,
in.
Jeff.
Hello.
All right. Spin the wheel, Moon.
Oh man, I forgot
Let's see
about the
who-
wheel. It was too fun.
Jeff's partner. Oh, man. Okay, and it's gonna be.
Rizz.
Put the gimp back in the box.
All right, let's see if he likes.
Put the gimp in the box.
I love it, dude.
All right, back in isolation.
All right, who am I talking to? I
Jeff.
missed it.
What is
Jeff?
this?
Jeff.
All right. My name's Jeff.
All right, Jeff.
Jeff, you ready?
Yep.
All right, buddy. Hey, the bar is low, my man. Just clear the mechanism. Jeff,
Gotcha.
name a famous comedian.
Rafe Williams.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Pandering. Hopefully it'll work. But I appreciate that. Name a chain restaurant.
McDonald's.
Okay, good answer. And finally, name a musical instrument.
Guitar.
All right.
You got tickets.
Yeah.
coming your way.
Yeah, this is
You're going to get
This is
tickets. All right. Let's bring the gimp out.
Okay, what is this?
Oh, that's the Don Tolliver guy again.
Still.
Or band.
Your
I
son
assume.
Is it getting better?
Assuming it's a feller.
God.
Pretty good stuff. Huh?
I'll give you somebody else on the next one because I'm sure you're going to get picked again.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Scott Rizzuto, name a famous comedian.
Bill Burr.
No.
Kevin Hart.
No.
Chris Rock.
No.
Oh, man.
Jerry Seinfeld.
No.
No. Getting warmer.
What?
Famous comedian. Ooh, man.
Because he's white? What?
I'm giving any hints as we're saying it's getting warmer.
George Carlin.
No.
No.
Oh.
Rafe Dean.
Pandered. He pandered
he
and
made him
lost, and
say
I
it.
appreciate it.
Rafe made it.
I wouldn't accept an answer until he said my name. I know. I appreciate the love, but it was a bad decision on his part because I knew. But you did get warmer at the end.
You were close with Seinfeld.
Yes. Yes. Right, very close to Seinfeld.
Yeah. Closer than Chris Rock.
Yeah.
True. Okay. 0 for 1.
All right. This is where you take it home.
Bless you, Lern.
Bless you, Lern. Scott Rizzuto, name a chain restaurant.
Chain restaurant, McDonald's.
Bingo.
That
Right out of the
is
gate. Okay. So it all comes back.
Okay.
Finally, name a musical instrument.
Guitar.
Take
You got it.
There you go. There you go.
All right, Jeff, congrats. What do you want?
Point Fest, please.
Point Fest. You're going. Hang on. May 17th.
Give me so much fun.
All right, Robert. Hello.
Hey, what's happening?
All right, Robert. Wheel is being spun, and let's see who your partner is. And it's going to be Lern.
Oh, nice.
Let's get
All right,
Lern
Robert,
in
let's
isolation.
go. Here we go.
Lern. Isolation headphones. Give her that same garbage you
Same
gave me.
song. Same
Okay,
song,
good.
Because I knew you would insist.
All right, Robert, are you ready, bud?
Yes, sir.
Okay, she's moving around like she's hearing music. So, Robert, name a holiday that you don't get off work for.
Christmas Eve.
Okay.
She'll never say that, but okay. It's fine.
All right. Robert, name a type of cheese.
Gouda.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Dude, why would
And
you
that's
not
2
say
X's.
cheddar?
Robert,
I like Robert.
just for fun, name a board game.
Monopoly.
Oh, yeah.
There we
You
go.
got one right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Foul ball.
I'm not feeling good about this,
Nope.
Robert. I'll be honest
All
with
right,
you.
Get the
here we
Lady
go.
Gimp out of the
feeling really
box.
Okay. Robert.
Okay.
Lern, are you ready?
Yes.
Lern, name a holiday you don't get off work for.
Halloween. Valentine's Day. St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it's over.
Holiday you don't get off work for?
That's right.
Hold up.
Oh, I forgot you get 5 automatically.
Yeah.
This whole time I thought it was 3.
Hold up. Hold up.
Show me Arbor Day.
Would have been my answer.
That was
That's
mine.
right.
That was mine.
And finally, we do not get off for
Never would have thought of that one.
the I don't know, man. Freaking Flag Day.
Yeah, that's a good,
Okay,
that's a good
nice.
guess,
Robert
too.
said Christmas Eve.
Cool.
Christmas Eve.
It's not even really a holiday.
I mean,
Not
we
technically a
get off
holiday.
for Christmas Eve. Okay.
That's all right. Because you're going to bring it home on
Halloween.
this one. You're going to bring it home on
Would've been the
this.
one.
Halloween would have been the answer.
That's
Right.
a great answer.
Halloween.
I didn't
That's
even
the
think
most
about that.
Valentine's
popular-
Day
That's
or
right.
Halloween. were-
Halloween's the
But
answer.
this show is roomy because Arbor Day was the very first thing I thought of. It was like,
I love Arbor
thought
Day.
Arbor Day, too.
Thought
I
about
think we should
that.
start taking Arbor Day off.
When is it? Tell me when it is
Okay, I
without
will.
looking. Tell me what it is without looking.
I don't know when it is because you know why? Because
Okay,
we
then we're
don't
not
pay
taking
enough
off.
attention because they don't let us off work.
Perhaps it's in the
We
spring.
must recognize.
April 27th.
April.
It probably, actually, it is probably around like
April
April 20th, like
4th.
Earth Day. Okay.
No, it's May
Lern.
something.
Yeah.
For Robert, name a type of cheese.
Cheddar. It's the most damn popular cheese. Havarti. Mozzarella. Parmesan. Are you kidding me right now?
You got this. You got this.
A type of cheese?
One more.
Gouda?
You passed over Swiss for Gouda.
Ah, that's
We did
Gouda.
not think
Let's go, Robert.
from the jaws
See,
of
he's not
defeat.
a
Whoa,
dum-dum.
man, Gouda.
Arbor Day.
Snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. This
Way to go,
one,
cheese.
here we go.
Arbor Day
Lern.
this. Wait. Arbor Day this year, Friday, April 25th.
Scott, you are
Thank you.
on it.
Did you
Thank
say
you.
April 25th?
I said
27th.
27th.
Okay, so he's not on it.
Yes, he is.
Well,
He got it that week.
Far more
I
on it
think
than
those
we
2
are.
This
days.
is by his
You
birthday.
could take off the 27th.
I can't believe you passed Swiss for Gouda.
You could take off this year,
Nailed
the
it.
27th.
Good job.
April
Thank you.
27th. You get
I don't like
Celebrate. He
holes in my
celebrates on the
cheese.
27th.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Final one.
All right, Lern.
Yeah.
Name a board game.
Monopoly.
There we go.
Robert, you won.
Thank you.
All right, what do you want?
Robert.
Point Fest.
Point Fest. You are going. Hang on.
Man, I forgot that it's called Take 5 and you get 5 guesses.
Yeah.
I think that's too many.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I really think this is too easy of a game with 5.
Yeah. Take 3.
No offense to everybody that really missed it, but take 3. Take 3.
I think it's too
Second
hard.
that.
I say next time we have some like
And it
just
speeds it up a
Metallica
little.
tickets, it's take 3.
Okay. I like it.
You don't
take-
think it's
or
a
take
take?
We'll do
one
take
for
five.
Metallica.
Well, we got the callers.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
do
doing take 5 today, but if there's a good, huge ticket.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
take 3.
Well,
All
I'm
right,
saying it's-
Caitlin, hello.
You don't get it.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. All right, spin the wheel. And we'll see who your partner is. And it's going to be Lern again.
Hey, how about that?
Congratulations.
How'd you like that music?
I loved it. What was
Get
that?
outta here.
Was that Little Baby? What was that?
That's the Don Tolliver guy. He made me play the same song that he listened to.
I liked
It's
it.
garbage.
It's like mumble rap. I like it.
Yeah, it was like moaning at the beginning.
Well, that's all right. Here we go.
Everyone knows that.
All right, Rafe. Learned in isolation, and here we go.
All right. Who am I talking to?
You're targeting Caitlin.
Caitlin. Caitlin, name a Disney movie character.
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Okay, good answer. Second, besides Illinois, and Missouri. Name a Midwestern state.
Indiana.
Good answer.
Okay.
And finally, name a TV show from the 90s.
There's a clue.
Seinfeld?
Yeah,
Seinfeld.
I would go there. I would go there because that
It'll
was
be her. It'll be his second guess.
Yeah, exactly. But we already discussed it. I think that was a really good guess.
Her first guess will be Friends.
Yep,
And then it'll be Seinfeld.
yeah,
Okay.
those are the two.
Good job, Caitlin. All right. Ready to go. Here we go. Learn.
We have a winner on the line, by the way.
Oh, this is exciting, Caitlin.
Yeah, impossible not to win this one.
Learn.
What?
Don't say that.
Name a Disney movie character.
Belle. Ariel. Cinderella.
Yes.
Good job.
You're going to do all of these in under 3.
Let's do it.
Or, three.
Learn,
three
besides Missouri and Illinois, name a Midwestern state.
Indiana.
Oh, my freaking goodness.
Are you
Got it.
kidding me?
What happened to the ones that touch us?
Got it.
I thought you were going to go Kansas or
Yeah.
Arkansas.
All
I
right,
go straight
Caitlin,
to-
congratulations. What do you want?
Good job.
Sign down tickets.
Shine down. You're going. Okay. Friday night, August 15th. Hang on one second.
Just for fun, name a TV show from the 90s.
Full House. Seinfeld.
Yeah.
You said Friends first.
How did you?
I guess Arkansas is considered the South.
All right, final contestant. Let's go to Randy in St. Louis. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning.
All right, Randy. Final contestant. Spin the wheel. Let's see who your partner will be in this edition of Take 5. And it is Moon.
Ooh, let me put on some better music. Hang on.
Oh,
Yeah, nothing but the best.
Moon's going to be
Hang
put in isolation.
on, let's see.
Hope these cans can fit over that big hat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Moon's putting himself.
Cans meaning headphones, not breasts.
Isolation.
Just to clarify.
Like,
for
we're getting
people.
crazy in here. We love giving away tickets.
All right. Rafe, you've got Randy on the phone.
Randy Jackson. Randy, name a Pixar movie.
Minions.
I don't think that's Pixar, but okay.
Toy Story.
Nope, you already locked in. Minions.
Oh, okay.
Randy, name a type of sauce.
Hang on, can he switch?
He cannot.
Oh.
Randy, name a type of sauce.
Marinara.
And Randy, finally, name a celebrity who's been arrested.
Ooh, good one.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen. Whoa.
Oh, that is going to be difficult.
You know what? He may get it.
He may.
Okay.
He may get it.
We'll see.
We'll see.
You know why? Because he's going to say Toy Story, and Tim Allen's going to be top of mind.
Good plan.
Possible.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Oh, man.
All right.
It's really
Dude,
interesting.
welcome to Take 3.
Oh, no. It's really interesting watching your face, Rizz, as people go through this.
Oh, you could tell if it's a bad or good answer?
I don't know. I'm trying to read you, and at one point, it didn't
Be
look...
lip reading over there.
It didn't
Nut
look,
to
I
crack.
can't do that. It did not look confident.
Well, I don't face you on purpose, so you can't read my lips.
Well,
All
I couldn't
right, here
do
we
that
go.
anyway.
Here we go. Moon
Okay.
Valjean. Name a Pixar movie.
Toy Story. Oh, God. Okay. Inside Out. Okay. I've tried to go with the bookends. Now I get to shoot in the middle with the 111 Pixar options. Let's say Cars.
No.
Dang. Let's say Wall-E.
Good guess, but no.
Oh, no, dude.
Here's your fifth
That's it.
of the too easy game.
It's not too easy for us. It's too easy for them.
All right.
Pixar.
Final guess.
Oh, man. Okay, I guess.
Not going to matter.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't think so?
could.
Okay, well, that's a hint.
I don't know.
No.
Come on.
Moon will shoot some wild
Come on.
stuff out every once in a while.
Okay, let's say Lightyear.
Minions,
Said
which is not even...
That's
Minions.
DreamWorks
I
or
know.
something.
DreamWorks movie. That's right.
He messed up.
Okay.
He messed up big time.
Tried.
Well, again,
He messed up.
Here's where you bring it back.
I stick by my story.
Yeah, Toy Story would have been the one.
Samson,
Come on
it's
back.
Sheila. Mama fail.
Come on back. I bet you gets this in 3.
Here we go.
Moon, name a type of sauce.
Barbecue.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
That really deflates you, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Sauce. I guess ketchup. Okay, sauce. We'll say
Think sauce.
hot sauce. How specific do I need to get here? Sauce. A sauce. Marinara.
Yes.
Got
On the
it.
fourth.
Oh,
I'd
thank
like to
goodness.
reiterate.
You're right. You're right.
All right, comes down to this.
Moon for the win. Name a celebrity who has been arrested.
You know where my mind went? This is not an official guess. It's Nick Nolte, but that's not where I'm going.
Why would that not be an official
that's a good guess.
It's a great
Because
guess.
no one else is thinking about the Nick Nolte thing.
The mugshot's the most famous mugshot of all time.
You think so?
The Nick Nolte disheveled hair mugshot? I'm not telling you what to guess, but that is not
Didn't
a
he
bad
take the
guess.
date rape drug? Was that what it was?
He took it himself?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
My
That was
God.
GHB.
Bill Cosby.
No. Good guess.
O.J. Simpson.
Also a good guess.
Okay, oh my God. Nick Nolte.
No, still a good guess.
Oh my God.
Still a solid
Two
guess.
more.
A celebrity that's been arrested.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
I will be so impressed if you get this.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Been so
want you to
many.
get
I
this.
want I want you to
I
get
want
it.
it for
you to
the
get
I
this.
want it for the listener.
I want you to get this.
Man, if I could only have a decade. Tiger Woods.
No, also a good guess.
Oh, last guess.
Can I give you a hint?
No.
Also a good guess. Okay, so when I said everyone, you said good guess. It's got to be an athlete. Let's go. Let's go. Oh man, I don't have the foggiest. Jeez. Let's say. Man, it's not this. Snoop Dogg.
No. I was trying to lead you down the path of Tim Allen. Tim Allen.
Tim the Toll Man
Timothy
Allen.
Allen.
For cocaine in 1979.
Yes.
Yeah. What was your first guess?
Diddy.
Oh, that's a great one too.
See some recent ones.
Mine was Ozzy.
Really? Yeah. Well, it's whoever comes to mind.
That's what came to mind
Well, I
first.
tried to go big with murders and things.
Yeah.
I think it was good.
Your
So many
guesses were
celebrities.
good.
They were good guesses. All right.
And that's a good one too. That was hard. I'm sorry for failing you.
No,
I feel
You're not a
guilty.
failure
He
at all.
screwed up with Minions. I mean, that was a terrible.
Freaking
We thought
Minions.
you'd get Tim Allen because you would say Toy Story for Pixar and he would
I
be top
tried,
of
yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
Except
That's probably
for
why he said
didn't
Tim
say
Allen.
Toy Story.
Yeah, but you
Right.
did. So that's.
Yikes,
Well, we
man! I'm
tried.
sorry. I
That's
feel bad.
fine. Don't feel bad.
We gave some stuff away.
We did.
Fun game to play. I take back my whole take 3 thing. Let's stay with
Yeah,
5.
yeah. Of the person who said take 3.
Some of them do feel that way.
I was wrong.
You know.
I was wrong.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with some of your emails. It's 8:37. It is Tuesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. We have delays in a left lane closed due to a crash 270 northbound just before 44. Your point forecast sunny, high of 53. Right now it is 36 at the Point Studio.
This is King Scott, Ways of the Blades. Today I'm going to teach you swords. First, you want to start with the Holiday Special, the great way to start an attack. They'll never see it coming. Next, you want to use the Festus Backswing, especially if they use the Matthew Perry. Now you want to finish with the Canterbury Slice. It's a great follow-up if they're using the Crom's Delight or the Miniature Poke. Thank you for watching. This is King Scott's Ways of the Blades. Now you know swords.
This is Rizzuto. Not only is he rich, but he also has a lot of money. And he's looking to invest in the next big idea.
Hi, my name is Rizz, and I have a lot of money. I mean, almost too much money. So I'm looking to invest, and I've asked the fellas to...
Called the best radio show on the planet, and you made a total fool of yourself during Take 5, during a great game. Well, It's okay. You didn't win any tickets, but you're still a winner over at Fast Eddie's Bon Air. Take a group of friends today over to Fast Eddie's Bon Air, Alton, Illinois. Maybe it's your first time. Well, it's your first time where you get to enjoy the Fast Eddie's experience, which is freaking legendary. And I don't toss that word around very often at all. It's reserved for only legendary places, and that's exactly what Fast Eddie's Bon Air is. People that come in from out of town, locals, take them there for that huge heated outdoor patio with live music 7 days a week. You can check the website fasteddiesbonair.com for the music schedule, and maybe you don't know the history. Get a little bit of the history from the website. This building, this place, this atmosphere, this bar is so freaking amazing. Why go to any other bar when you can get over to the legendary Fast Eddie's Bon Air for that amazing food? The big Elwood on a stick, marinated tenderloin and peppers, Cajun hot chick on a stick, the area's biggest and best bar around, that peel and eat shrimp that everybody talks about. I tried the Fat Eddie burger not too long ago. That thing was incredible. You got to be 21 and up and in the mood, and that's the only rule. By the way, Fast Eddie's now taking credit cards. So if it's been a minute, get out there. If you haven't been out there, get out there and experience this incredible place. Simply check out fasteddiesbonair.com for the live music schedule 7 days a week. And if you're 21 and in the mood, head over to Fast Eddie's Bon Air.
There's a big tour, big show coming to St. Louis, April the 1st over at the Chaffetz Arena. And I am very stoked for the very first time to be chatting with Co Wetzel. Co, you'll be at Chaffetz. It is the Road to El Paso Tour Part 1. And we're playing the song Creeps. And it's really nice to meet you, Co.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having us on. Thank you for jamming the music, dude.
Now, no problem at all. And we got a lot to get to here. But I, as somebody that's kind of new to you and what you do, what was the first music in your life that caught your ear, that made you, that started to like kind of lay the foundation for you being a very passionate music fan?
I would probably have to say Nirvana. I grew up on all kinds of music, and then I found out who Nirvana was in the 8th grade or 7th or 8th grade, and I don't know, man. They kind of grabbed me. Kurt's voice and the way that they put all the music together was unlike anything I'd ever heard, and I was like, oh hell yeah, I got to do this.
And so was it that record? Was it Nevermind and In Utero, whatever, Nirvana in general? So that was the one that was like, all right, I want to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up playing music, but it was always country.
All right.
And stuff like
So
that.
then on top of that, Co, when did you? Yeah. Oh, sorry to interrupt. I apologize. But so when did you feel like, you know what, I can do music for my life? Like, this is something that I can do. I want to do this. I want to make a living doing this.
Yeah, I think it was more in college. I played and I wrote through high school, played gigs through high school and stuff. But once I got into college, I was like, screw school, I played football for a little bit in school. And I was like, I'm not going to make it to the NFL. I'm not going to become a doctor. So why not go get some free beer and make a little money doing it, so
I saw that post I think you made yesterday about your grandma on the Dallas Cowboys. And and I found that to be so funny. So are you a Cowboy fan to this day because of grandma?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Like, I think not even 24 hours after I was born, I was in a Cowboy onesie. So yeah, I'm a day one.
That's so awesome, because I remember it was so funny reading that post of yours, because I remember my grandmother also chain smoking what must have been the cheapest cigarettes known to mankind, and then chirping at me about why I even played sports, that I should just be working on my school, and why weren't my grades better. But I could still remember her at her back porch just chain smoking and then yelling at me at the same time.
Lighting one with the other,
Which I always thought, like, when I saw my grandparents do that, and I've never wanted to be a smoker, but I was like, man, that's kind of badass.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be, but I thought they were so cool for doing it. So Co, one of your buddies has become a huge fan favorite on our radio station, and that is Jelly Roll. And one of the things that Jelly and I had the opportunity to chat a couple of times, and one of the
if you feel like you're running on empty, Mentality Health is going to help you out. So let's talk about why you might be feeling like you do. And maybe you could change that. So you may be suffering from low T. So this is low energy, low motivation. You're anxious all the time. You're moody. You're irritable. Low libido, like you're not the same guy you were in the bedroom. weight gain, muscle loss, especially, you got that belly fat going on you can't get rid of. These are all signs of low T. So Mentality is a local healthcare facility that specializes in helping guys feel and perform at their very best. Mentality focuses on free testosterone levels, which many doctors overlook. Ensures your treatment is tailored to your body. Now, they also offer FDA-approved testosterone therapy. Come on with semaglutide to target fat while maintaining muscle. Your energy comes roaring back. That belly fat burns off. Your muscles strengthen up. You feel like yourself again, confident, driven, ready to tackle life. So this year, stop settling for a fraction of your potential. Mentality's New Year offers your chance to take back control. Men today have 30% less testosterone. Take back your numbers. Visit mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
105.7 The Point, everything alternative. We are backstage. We are at Busch Stadium.
Busch
Kirk
Stadium.
Hammett from Metallica joining us today. Thank you. It's absolutely an honor to get the chance to meet you.
Cheers, likewise.
All right, so first we're going to talk about things that are not music related.
Okay.
I saw your Instagram post on Friday night about coming to St. Louis, looking for some comic book spots.
Yeah.
Did you find any?
Well, I found one spot, but you know what? I didn't have time enough to make it to the place.
Sure.
Starbucks a lot. I don't go.
I do.
I don't go to Starbucks a lot. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, it's fine.
Usually on Fridays.
But do you feel like Starbucks has lost its cozy, welcoming coffee house vibe?
No, because I'm always in the drive-through.
Okay, so
I'm
you don't
cozy
go
in my car.
So you feel that way, Moon?
I think it's lost a little bit of pizzazz.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. It feels like it hasn't really they haven't made a ton of effort of updating it or making it feel nice. Now, granted, I'm only really in it on the road now, so typically I'm seeing city ones, and they're usually they're just dirtier feeling now than they used to be. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just getting older and whining about it more. I don't know.
Scott, you go to Starbucks?
Not really. If I do, it's usually if I go to coffee shops, it's just around town, whatever, Caldi usually or something like that.
Rafe?
There's one near our house occasionally. Tina gets it a lot, but I don't. I'm not really I just drink coffee out the pod at home.
Well, if
They
you
have good
feel
Americano.
if you feel like Starbucks has lost that coffee house vibe, well, Starbucks would agree with you. They're making some changes to turn back the clock and make the experience cool and fun again, and less corporate. In fact, what they're going to start doing, the big thing they're going to start doing. Ready for this? Mm-hmm. This is big. You want to take a guess, anybody? What are they going to start doing again?
New furniture.
No.
Free something or other.
Something they used to do a lot. Something they used to do all the time.
Music cards? Like cards you get free music?
No. They're going to go back to handwriting customers' names on their cups with Sharpies.
Oh, wow.
What,
That
they've
will
been doing
bring
this
us
the whole
back.
time? Oh, no, it's been the
No, it's the
receipt.
sticker. Yeah.
Yes.
They're bringing back handwriting customers' names on their cups with Sharpies and probably misspelling them on occasion. Just like the old days.
I love it.
That'll really help with the assembly line feel and the two understaffed teenagers in tears trying to figure out the drive-through and the espresso machine while Grubhub people run in and out of the building like they're trying to jump on a grenade to get people's coffees out. That marker will really help.
That will do it.
I'm into it.
Hey, just a quick run to Michael's and get a couple Sharpies and we're good. We're going to turn this ship around, guys.
Time to invest in Michael's stock.
They're also bringing back the milk and sugar stations, which were removed during the height of the pandemic. Now, they previously said they wanted people to hang out inside Starbucks again, so they were going to be more strict about booting people who were not paying customers. So to go along with that, they're gonna use ceramic cups in the store once again to offer everyone free refills for the For Here orders.
Whoa.
That's cool.
That's a big deal.
Previously, that perk was just for members of their loyalty program.
Okay, that's a good move.
I feel like they changed everything, though. Like when Starbucks, they were still rocking. Like they kind of became a Chipotle, Like even the design inside became very stripped down, brutalist.
Quick and easy.
It used to be like a fireplace in a Starbucks and like
And a
nice little
couch.
tables, and they had specified playlists that kind of created a vibe, like a coffee house and couches. Like
Yeah,
Lern
and
said.
they had like the comfy chairs.
Like you're saying, the coziness. Like you were asking if it felt, and that mug thing, at least that's a step back towards the cozy.
There's so many of them now that are just like in strip mall buildings and, next to a GameStop that it's just like, you're not going to get that feeling.
They should do what Raising Cane's does. And as you know, I make
Sell chicken
Raising Cane's loyalist.
Soggy chicken fingers.
No, you go into
Boiled
every
chicken, hot
Cane's
water.
location, like go into their dining rooms, and they have made it for that area. So like you go by
I didn't
Tower
even know
Grove
there was
one.
an inside
I've
to
never
Raising
seen the
Cane's.
inside.
Yeah, you go in,
I
they
don't
got it
even know.
decorated all cute, like with photos that represent
Yeah,
like
I
the
didn't even
city.
know there was an inside of that
Whoa.
place.
You're
kidding.
You guys are really screwing up
What?
with not going and just
Does the
eating chicken
breading
fingers inside.
slip off of that as
You're
well?
screwing up. If you've reached a phase in your life that you're dining in at Raising Cane's,
I am in my phase.
we need an intervention.
I'm along with the Friday Starbucks run. I am at Raising Cane. I've had so much chicken fingers. You don't even want to know how many 3-finger combos I've had in 2025.
Oh.
You don't even want to know.
Kind of do.
How many 3-finger combos, huh?
Yep. Sweetened tea, cane sauce.
Yes, Rafe.
It has been a delicious new year, you guys.
Well,
I don't think it's cool they have indoor seating. I had no
That's how
clue.
you order at Cane's. You just go.
3-finger combo.
The guy goes, got it.
you know me.
Don't make that hand.
What, this?
No,
What
don't
is
do
that, the shocker? How do you do the shocker?
Yeah,
What is it?
it's-
That's right.
Don't do that. Don't.
It's just a. I'll take.
What
I'll
up-
take. I'll
what
take
up,
a number
my
three.
dude?
Give me that 3-finger
I
combo,
don't need to be
baby.
doing that.
I'll take a number 3, please.
Hey.
3-finger
Yeah,
combo.
baby.
Oh, God.
Get out.
Could I have a number 3?
Get out.
This will be the cane I'm raising today.
We should do like
Wiggle
a,
your pinky.
We should have a Rizzuto Show handshake or something.
Oh,
When
this
we-
is it for sure.
whenever
Not
I-
it.
So whenever I had the morning show with you, man, on Casey, the official Casey Morning Rock Show handshake was Carl, the intern, and John putting their hand through their zipper fly. Like their zipper fly was open, so they put their arm through and shake hands that way with their hands. And it was hilarious. And I suggest everybody try that today.
Okay.
We can't do that these days.
We can't do that.
Go up
exact
to your
thing.
boss and try to shake his hand that way.
Yeah.
That's how I greet Kioski daily. Is that bad?
Yes. Let's get to some of your emails. RizzShow1057thepoint.com.
Oh man. Okay, let's start with we'll go food news. Okay, this email says, "Hi crew.
Hi.
I was hoping to get a good hearty meatball recipe from Rizz. I've always just purchased Italian meatballs and thrown them in the slow cooker, but wondering if making them from scratch would be a good homemade sauce, or with a good homemade sauce would be better. Let me know. Love y'all. Team Rizz member
My meatball
Amanda.
game is not great. I'll be honest with you.
What?
I thought you.
I don't have a great meatball game.
We
No.
thought
Like
you
I'm
did.
really no. That is my weakness. My meatballs.
Where do you get your meatballs from?
Whoa.
I try.
Is the
I just can't get them like my mom makes them.
Is the Italian American Federation aware of this?
Yeah, because I'm honest about it.
Yeah, well, that's a strike.
I'm not going to pass off my meatballs as great. They're okay. Might I recommend, if I were to recommend something, okay, if you're going to make good meatballs, you need to get the trio of meats.
Okay.
You need to get veal, you need to get pork, and you need to get beef. That's how you're going to make your meatballs.
You remember those meatballs we had at Arrowhead? That
Yeah,
one-
those
one of the-
those were good. I mean, listen, I make a decent meatball. Like
These-
my mom makes great meatballs. My brother nailed it. My brother's got it down. But you got to start with veal, pork, and beef, and I mean your breadcrumbs, your I don't like to put a lot of garlic in there, but if you're going to put onions in there, make sure you cook the onions first.
Those meatballs that we had out
Honestly.
in Kansas City, they were like flooring everybody. Everybody was freaking out. And he came over. You remember what he said? He said, "There's a secret to it.
Or with that turkey.
Turkey."
That was eggs.
Wait, and you got to put an egg or two, and Parmesan cheese, or pecorino, whatever.
Sad. I
Seems complex.
apologize that you're not good at meatballing.
Yeah, that's a
I
bummer.
figured you would
I'm
be.
okay.
It's a real letdown.
I could my tomato sauce blows everybody out of the water.
Right. Maybe that's something you can work on this year.
Yeah.
My
Raise that
meatball game.
Yeah. Be
status.
St. Louis's meatball. Give these people what they want.
If you do turkey, you got to be careful though,
Why?
because it dry. Turkey has a tendency to be dry. You got to do dark meat turkey.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
what it was. Because I mean, people weren't questioning it. Whatever the color was of it, and the consistency, nobody questioned. That's why it
I'll
was
be
such
honest
a
with you. I was
surprise when he
also
was like,
hammered, drunk, and everything tasted good. Honestly. So thanks for bringing up the meatball thing. Next.
Moon. my truck would always honk when I did the remote start. Matt, you guys remember what I was talking about?
Yeah.
How
Your
you
neighbor.
can't. Yeah, and since we get up so early, we would, even if it's 1 degree outside, we can never do the remote start if we even had it because it always does the honk first, right? This person says, I was searching around in the settings one day, and you can turn off the honk when you lock the doors or use the remote start. Maybe yours is similar. It's worth a look. Hopefully
Look it
that
up.
helps. Love the show, Josh. Josh, thank you, man. Can you email my neighbor?
Yeah.
Because they have to lock their door from inside their house at 11:30 p.m. every night.
When I lock my door, it gives them.
But you don't do it in the middle of the night, right?
I make sure I do it in the middle of the night.
Maybe you
I'm
live
that
in-
neighbor.
Maybe you
I actually
live
come
next
to your
door.
house and I do it.
Wow.
I park outside of your house and I lock my doors. It's actually not your neighbor. It's me.
I wouldn't be surprised, if you just spent that time with making a better Italian meatball.
Listen, I'm trying.
You'd have
Yeah,
a
he's
I
great
try a
time.
lot. And I'll be also another thing. When my mom comes in town, she will make a lot of meatballs, and I will freeze them.
That's
so I have
great.
them.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Bring those in
Yeah.
someday.
Come
No,
on,
they're for me.
share the wealth.
They're for me. Next,
Okay, so we had a lot of talk about the testicular, nudicles and what it would look like without them and all that kind of stuff.
what your pouch looks like without testes in them. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just going to close it out with this one. We've gotten a lot of details and a lot of pictures, and we appreciate that. I feel very educated. I'll close it with this one. I had my right ball removed due to testicular cancer. They offered to place a fake ball in, but it cannot be done the same day. Remember, we were asking why somebody would not choose that? It actually had to be scheduled as a different procedure, which I chose not to do. When they remove the testicle with cancer, they are not cutting the sac. They're actually cutting you in the belt line region and removing the testicle through that incision
my God.
so they can also remove all of the tubes that are
Right.
connected just in case the cancer has migrated. So that actually, that
Oh,
really,
that makes sense.
that makes a lot more sense because we were questioning like who would deny the fake.
Well, and to get another surgery, that's tough. You went through it once.
Yep.
But that was informational, and we appreciate
Thank
everybody
you.
really
That's
educating
awesome.
us on,
Thank you.
on how that works.
Pictures were
We didn't need the pictures.
very educational.
Yeah.
We didn't need the pictures to go along with it. Next.
Hello, ladies and Lern.
Hi.
I am staying at the Courtyard by Marriott this weekend. After settling into the room, I went to the remote, and it came with its own condom, put on by the cleaning crew. They replace it after every cleaning service. I expect this to become Rizz and Moon's new favorite hotel brand. Welcome to the new norm.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Now they're putting the remotes in bags, but here's the thing. I want to put the remote in a bag.
Yeah, I want my own bag that I slip it into.
Like, I want to put the remote in a bag. I don't know where your hands have been.
Hotel we stayed at in Hawaii connected to your phone, like your Apple TV remote
Oh, that's good.
or whatever.
that's
So
very
you could
nice.
you could just like connect to the room, and you never had to touch the remote.
And now they have access to your emails.
Brilliant.
There goes that.
That's fine.
Well, and listen, we've all been to hotels, and we've done naughty stuff in hotels. And what's the first thing you do after naughty time? You turn on the TV. And we have not washed our hands.
Dude, I was like, what are you doing with the remote? Thank you. We've all had naughty hotel times. First thing you do, you put the remote right up your bum. Everybody knows it.
That's a
Before
great way
you
to change
unpack
I
it,
channel.
can really do
drawers.
party in hotels.
No.
I feel like if they do have a condom already on the thing, they're probably not changing
They're
that every
begging for
time.
it to go up there, right?
I just want the sheets to be clean. Can I just be honest with you? I don't really care about the remote. I know that it's
I care
disgusting.
about the
Bro.
remote.
I just want the sheets and the pillows to not be gross. I don't care about anything else.
The
The
sheets
two
and the
dirty
pillows.
things are the cuck chair in the corner.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's where I sleep.
The cuck chair in the corner, filthy.
The
Because
duvet.
everybody's bare ass in it.
Yeah.
The
everybody's
duvet.
bare ass in it, and that
No.
never gets cleaned.
Probably right.
Probably 100%.
Yeah.
And then the remote.
These places got to stop putting carpet in rooms, too.
Yeah.
We have to get away from the nasty, thin carpet.
Yeah.
Because I don't even want to walk around barefoot in these places.
That's just a big cleanup rag.
Absolutely.
On the floor.
There's syphilis on the floor.
That's soaking up the syphilis. I get it.
That's right.
All that is. That's a sex towel on the floor, and we're all just walking on it.
Yeah. Hey, did you see the email come? I don't want to skip around, but from, it reminded me, Rafe doing that voice from the Beetlejuice guy.
Oh, yes, I did.
Did you see that come over?
Yes, I did.
I don't know if you saw that Rafe come over.
I did. That was nice.
Because remember you saying you guys saw Beetlejuice, the new one at the Alamo Draft House?
Yep.
Yes.
He emailed?
Yeah,
He
and there
emailed. It was
and I
6
know
pages long.
Scott was there, and
Yeah.
he came out and he did a whole thing, and Rafe and Scott said people didn't appreciate it.
Not as much as they should have.
I just want to give this guy some recognition. Go ahead, Moon.
It is a dude that works down at the Alamo. He has done almost every single job there, except for managing. I haven't sliced his email from 6 pages down to 6 sentences yet, but I can basically give you the gist of it. This dude volunteered because they do like movie parties sometimes. Usually it's like an older movie where they lift the restrictions of talking, and it's kind of what's that movie that you yell back at the screen?
Rocky Horror.
Right, it's like different versions of that, and a lot of times they'll have like a Deadpool character in for the Deadpool movie, or in this case, the Beetlejuice character. And he said, yeah, he definitely came out there, and no one gave this guy a reaction. So he felt pretty bad about himself. He likes to host these things. He usually gets positive feedback, but that was an uphill battle. And he went on to say that he's still there. He's still crushing it. He's doing all that he can to bring fun and different things to these events. But he, quote, felt drained and defeated after that one.
I just want to say, so this was an invite-only screening, right? And it was probably for media people.
It was.
Not media
He
folks.
said it was all media people.
All media douchebags.
Yeah,
by
there's
and
a lot of
part,
cool
those
ones.
guys, the people who go to these movie screenings, by and part, are smug douchebags.
And they want to hate the film.
Okay, not only just want to hate the film, but they hate everything.
And that's where they had Rafe and I go.
That's right.
But you guys don't normally go to those things, and,
No,
and I know
we
you were,
didn't know.
and
We're
I know
smug,
you were
though.
grateful for being even invited.
They looked at us like douches for clapping
Yeah.
because we were like engaging with the guy. He's
And
like,
we were laughing, we were having fun.
Yeah, I know these people who go to these movie screenings,
Mm-hmm.
and they are. Don't feel bad, dude, and he knows.
This dude worked, he said he worked hard at like getting down Michael Keaton's mannerisms and the voice and all that. He said, my coworkers, who are all awesome, by the way, and I want to shout them out, please be sure to tip them when they serve you. They worked really hard. I really love my job and the people I work with. They saw my performance and me in character and tried to assure me, it's not you. You did great. Sometimes the crowd's just not into it.
You know, it's amazing. The most unappreciative people, and we find this all the time, are the people that get free things.
Yeah.
And by and large, that's the truth.
Yeah, dude,
People who get free stuff feel entitled, and they're douchebags.
And yo, as a performer of a different type, we're all in this together, and there's a couple common themes across all different entertainment.
Yeah.
And when you play a free show,
they treat it like it must be free for a reason.
If you've if you've done it,
So I don't like doing free comedy shows.
Yeah, if you've done it enough, in the back of your head, you're kind of anticipating not as fun of a show from a performer's standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that like the crowd likes it any less or something like that, but
Sure.
for some reason, free shows versus something you pay for, there tends to be a difference.
It's a mental thing. It's like when you do a free comedy show, people come in with the attitude like, if I didn't have to pay for this, it's probably not going to be any good. So they're coming in with like an attitude of like, this
Even if
guy
they don't
crushed
know
it, and people were. That's a good point. I didn't think about it all being media folk, because I was like, man,
That's the
I've
first
been
thing I
there,
thought when you said that. Like, it's probably all media folk and all these, local quote unquote influencers and other radio people and newspaper people and local critics, dickheads.
yeah.
But what's funny
Most
is
of
if
them.
they went to see those at a LA setting where they do these kind of nights there and they have the same like fun, entertainment, everyone's actually pretty excited and those are legit.
But that's an entertainment city.
Yeah, but those are legit like reviewers,
Yeah, but you have people
Still critics.
understanding entertainment in a different way.
Okay.
I
They're
think.
behind the scenes.
Hey,
a
keep
little.
your head up, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Joe.
you're
That's-
great,
Two
man.
people that appreciated it here.
And dude, he never dropped the energy. That's a performer, because I respected it. I'm like, dude, I know that you're not getting the reaction you deserve. You're not like, you're going. I've done those shows. Done them recently. Every show's
tough
different.
room.
When you get like an audience that's like that, and then afterwards too, to shame the media people further, I asked because this was free movie, free food, and I'm not talking about free popcorn. I'm talking about I had avocado toast.
And you got people in there that don't have the
They didn't tip.
audacity, not even. Oh,
I asked the
just want to
workers
go to
on the
those
way
things.
out.
They don't invite me anymore.
That's Joseph from
Because I
Alamo.
didn't have cash, and I was like, had to wait, and I was like, hey, run my card for like a soda so I can tip you guys. And I'm like, everybody tips you guys, right? And she's like, not everybody, so we appreciate it. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
If you get a free food, and this was like good food. We had like, what do we have, like a They had like specialized shakes, like a Beetlejuice shake. I mean,
they had special things just for that
desserts.
night.
It was awesome.
I don't get popcorn
They rolled out the red
because of
carpet,
this,
man. It was
because
awesome.
I get so mad.
It was cool.
Thank you, Joe,
They were
from
very
Alamo
kind
House.
over there.
Thank you.
And was his email at like the
Thanks, Joe.
afterlifewaitingroom.com or?
Yes. One more, Moon.
Okay. Morning, gang. Catching up on the podcast, and something came up for the third or fourth time in the past year or so, and I feel the need to speak up for the male listeners. This may have me wind up on the memoriam, I know, but it's a bullet I'm willing to take to make this stop. Can you please, for the love of God, stop talking about broken penises? Is it peni? The last time I almost wrecked my car because I crossed my legs and nearly went off the road. For the first time ever.
Happens, and we don't want to sweep it under the rug.
For the first time ever, I was forced to fast forward. So all the men that feel the same, pretty please do better.
Get over it.
He said do better.
It's a fact of life that men break their penises.
It is.
And what's it sound like?
It
Like
sounds
celery.
like celery. Correct.
Okay, that's neat.
And your dong turns into what looks like an eggplant. That color.
Yeah, you need to be aware.
Swells.
That's where that emoji came from.
All right.
Oh, man, now I'm crossing my legs.
Get over it. All right. Thank you for your emails. All right. We'll take a break. We'll do some news after. A couple local stories. Hey, how much time do you think a local St. Louis fellow who threw rocks off overpass should get? How much time in jail? Also, Schlafly Beer closes a location. And PETA wants to replace Punxsutawney Phil
Oh, no.
because Groundhog Day is coming up.
Uh-huh.
What do they want to replace him with?
AI.
We'll chop it up next.
Okay.
It's 9:05. It's Tuesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. We got a left lane closed still due to a crash, 270 northbound at 44. Your point forecast, sunny, high of 53. Right now it's 38 at the Point Studio.
Aha! Welcome back to the farm. So today's a special day because I got Mark from Colonel Landscaping here. Hey, Mark.
How's it going?
So Mark brought us a gift, the gift of a tree. So Mark, what does this symbolize? What is this tree? What do we call this?
So this would be kind of like a statement tree.
Statement tree.
Or a memorial tree sometimes. Moving on to a new piece of land, you put this thing in there, it grows along with you as you grow with the land.
Well, memorial would be like if I died and then you plant this over me. So we'll call this a...
It is January 2025, and if you're hearing this message, you probably spent the last 3 weeks in St. Louis freezing your little baguettes off, and that's because you need new windows. So go to Universal Windows Direct. Start fresh. Make your home more comfortable, energy efficient, and draft-free. If you've been feeling the chill, and I know we all have, those energy bills are probably climbing higher than ever, and your wallet is taking a hit because of your windows. Let Universal Windows Direct help you kick off the year with the warmer, cozier home and savings. UWD is offering an amazing deal right now. You can get 2 windows and get 2 free. So that means for as many as you need, half of them are free. That's a good deal. Plus, 36 months with no interest financing. That's money in your pocket. 3 years to pay it off. No interest as you're saving money on your bills. That's just money going straight back into your bank account. And that is a beautiful thing. So, and if you've got a quote from another company, you're like, well, somebody said they do it for this. Well, fine, take it to Universal Windows Direct, and they will beat that quote. That's how committed they are to servicing your home with their windows. And their windows last longer and keep your home at a more consistent, comfortable temp than any other window all year round. Plus, it's backed by a true lifetime warranty. That's coverage for as long as you own your home, plus 20 years. So don't let your wallet and your home and your bills keep taking a hit. Call Universal Windows Direct at 314-334-2522 and schedule a free in-home estimate, or go to universalwindowsdirect.com. And like me, you will be saying, I love my windows.
Yeah, I gotta say once again, thanks to Equipment for bringing some toys up here to Rizz Farm. And, we gotta do some mulching So Mike and Chad here brought a tractor with them. And check this out. It says Captain Rizz on the side. All right, so we're gonna use this to get the mulch from and it's gonna go into the trailer. So I don't know how to use this thing. So who's gonna show me how to operate this fine piece of machinery?
I got you covered, Rizz. This is a 3046R John Deere 46 horsepower tractor. Hop on in, man.
All
I
right.
can give you a little rundown of everything.
Where's the air conditioner?
That's as fast as you go. It's as the
Okay.
wind in your hair.
Okay.
Hey, the first thing you got to do is give it a crank over.
So I turn the key. Whoa!
At that point, that selective control valve, which is that lever right there, that'll operate that front loader. If you pull back, that'll raise up. If you pull it towards you, it'll tilt it in. There you go. And it'll do the opposite if you push it away from you. Dump. This will allow you to go forward, reverse. Very simple nowadays. But
Even I can figure that out. There's arrows. So the arrow pointed this way means go forward, and the arrow that way means go backwards that way. So where's the stereo?
The stereo, the next thing we're going to put in for you. Yeah, but right here, that's where you get all your RPMs. So when you want to hit it and get it, push things forward.
Oh, boy.
That's where all that horsepower comes.
So I would assume the rabbit is fast and the turtle is slow.
That is correct.
All right, mulch. Here we go. Yeah, baby. Bombs away! Now we gotta get that mulch onto that field. So I need to put that mulch in a trailer. So let's get the trailer down here. All right, so I need to hook this onto that. Thank God I have Chad and Mike here from Herb to help me out. So I'm gonna back up, and then you guys help me hook the trailer up to the tractor.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. To the field. Not that one. So time to start mulching. Well, not me. I got some friends. I got some friends helping. So listen, I'm just gonna drive the tractor and they'll shovel the mulch out. Put it on the plants. You guys done yet? We're waiting for you to pull forward. Oh, I gotta pull forward. Sitting up there chicken.
Hey, it's Blue October at Point.
And pals are invited to gather their squad and honor friendships at Bridgeway's exclusive Galentine's Day brunch from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday, February 16th at Casino Queen. Guests can mix and mingle while noshing on charcuterie display of exotic cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, candy, nuts, and more, and then indulge in a three-course brunch consisting of berry and spinach potpourri, bruschetta quiche and raspberry puree, and turkey and mozzarella with honey rosemary chips. Sign me up. Plus, you get a bubbly bar and a dessertini bar covered in chocolate with strawberry and champagne, raspberry and rose cheesecake, Bailey's chocolate truffle, salted caramel bliss martinis, and more. Each Galentine will have the opportunity to create a personalized Noon and Moon Bloom Co. floral arrangement along with custom-made bath bomb and DIY bath salts crafted with Mama's Rehab. Plus, all attendees will be entered into a drawing for a chic Michael Kors purse to commemorate the day with a value of over $1,000, plus AWS balloons. Reservations are available each hour, and tickets are priced at $75 a person. It can be purchased at DraftKings at CasinoQueen.com. That's DraftKings at CasinoQueen.com.
Here's something that I firmly believe, and we're just going to start the interview here because it just seems like a good place to pop off.
All right. Welcome back. Let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
I know, Lern, you're feeling under the weather.
Yeah.
The U.S.'s largest tuberculosis outbreak is happening right now.
I've already vetted it. I've already seen this article. I've already worried about it. I am getting the antibiotics.
It is in Kansas.
After work.
I thought we were done with this.
Kansas.
No, it's back.
66 documented active and 77 latent cases since January 17th.
Of consumption?
Tuberculosis. My brother-in-law had tuberculosis.
Really?
Caused by-
Airborne.
I thought we were done with this. Like, we've been watching a couple shows recently where people are dying left and right of TB. And, like in the old days, it was called consumption. And my wife was like, what happened to tuberculosis? Are we done with this? And I thought we were. I remember in it was middle school. They marched us through the gym. And they gave us a shot in the arm.
Yep.
And then the next day we had to march through, and they like rubbed the little bee sting looking thing.
I don't remember that. But
You don't remember this?
Listen, it's antibiotics. You'd be fine.
Yeah, but you know what? There's probably still people in the caves. Remember the tuberculosis caves where they would put people to help them? And then those weird doctors would come out with those bird-looking masks
Yeah.
from the plague.
Are you sure that was not smallpox?
I thought that was the Black Plague.
And bubonic plague.
Bubonic,
To me,
really
it's all
common
it's
cold.
all
No,
the
it's
same.
not the same.
Oh,
Very different.
No.
Learn thinks the plague is back.
I'm on Dayquil, dude.
No, this
All
is TB. It's it's a bacteria that affects the lungs. But there's a tuberculosis outbreak in
Like
Kansas.
60 people. It's fine. We're gonna be
60
fine.
people. How would you feel if
You do.
Groundhog Day was less about a groundhog seeing its shadow and more about
Groundhog
or more like a gender reveal party, because that's what PETA wants it to be.
Like
So
with confetti.
Every year,
That's what it is.
every year, PETA makes it very clear they are not a fan of an actual groundhog. Punxsutawney Phil being used on Groundhog Day, and they have offered suggestions on things to do instead. Well, this year they have a pretty silly idea.
It's a big,
I know what their
dumb,
idea
It's
is.
a cannon.
fake display.
Wait, can I guess their idea?
Yes, Scott.
How do we get our name in the news?
Okay, they say that if the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club agrees to retire Phil permanently to a reputable animal sanctuary, they'll provide a giant vegan, ready for this, weather reveal cake every year.
Wow.
And if the inside of the cake is blue, there will be 6 more weeks of winter. And if it's pink, early spring.
I have a solution, and he lives on my front porch in a heated tent. Mr. Gray. He's the size of a freaking groundhog, dude. This guy, and I call him, he's so chunky, and he is here to be a celeb, and he would be down.
Is he good at weather?
Of course, this has basically zero chance of happening, and Punxsutawney Phil will see him on February the 2nd.
At least people would get cake.
I like seeing Phil.
Yeah,
This is-
vegan cake. Not just cake.
Hey, don't knock it till you
vegan
try
cake.
it.
Get out of here. with
Oh
your-
my God, are you serious?
If we're gonna get rid of Phil,
Yeah, we're not going
It's gotta be a regular
melted
cake.
plastic.
Somewhere, yeah.
yeah, we got to find a middle ground somewhere.
You, Mr. Anti-Gender Reveal. How can you not think that this is
I
the
think we
exact
should
same
put
thing?
a naked PETA advocate in a giant egg,
And then
crack the egg.
If it's a male,
and
They
the
come out in a
placenta.
helicopter.
Then it's going to
No,
be 6
it's
more
early-
weeks of
Weeks of
winter.
winter.
It's winter.
No, if they wiggle the wang, it's summer's going to be coming soon. If there is no wang, 6 more weeks
6
of
more
winter.
weeks of winter.
We can keep the shadow thing. If the
Yeah.
wang sees its shadow.
Yeah.
Thunder Down Under.
Tucks
Get
back
those
in.
guys out there.
All right.
Everybody would celebrate
down.
Groundhog's
The whole thing is absurd.
Schlafly Beer announced yesterday they're going to close their location in St. Charles.
What a bummer, dude. That was like yesterday they bought it off a Trailhead.
That's a
And,
2020.
rad spot.
2020 is when they bought
Oh, okay.
Trailhead Brewing Co., which operated out of that building on Main Street.
It's a perfect spot.
The space had reopened as Schlafly Bankside in May of 2020.
You been there?
I was at the old Trailhead,
Yeah, I mean, it's just
which is
updated.
a cool building.
It's Schlafly'd out, but it is the building is incredible. It's in a cool spot. It's right by the lot there. I mean, I don't understand
Yeah,
what
great parking
they're
lot.
doing. Did they say why?
I guess the lease is up, and they've decided, nope. They're going to look for another place in St. Charles, they said.
Oh, okay.
According
well,
to
then,
another
then it's a
news-
landlord thing.
Yeah, they said they need repairs done, and I guess the landlord didn't want to do it.
Oh, if they say they're closing this one and they're looking for another St. Charles location, then it's just a landlord.
Said it's been a
Has
privilege
to
to have a brew pub on historic Main Street. We thank the St. Charles community for embracing us with open arms, especially during a very hard time for the hospitality industry because they opened up in May of 2020, right at the pandemic. We look forward to exploring new opportunities to serve the St. Charles community in the future. In the interim, please join us at one of the other locations for great food, beer, and entertainment. So,
Bummer.
yeah. And finally, in your local news, a guy who admitted to throwing rocks off 64 off an overpass. He'll be doing probation. 39-year-old Philip Carter indicted on 22 counts of assault, armed criminal, and property damage. On January 3rd, he pleaded guilty to 4 counts of second-degree assault, 4 counts of property damage. He threw rocks at cars. It was the Hampton Avenue overpass.
Right.
How big were the rocks?
I don't know, but the rocks hit passing cars. Nobody was hurt.
Does it matter to you how big the rocks were?
If they're like
No.
pebbles,
You don't think so? Because I think if it's anything over
Ooh.
size of a fist, that's attempted
Well,
murder.
And here's what I thought. I was like, probation? This is a 39-year-old man who
Yeah.
clearly should know better.
Absolutely.
But he did serve 20 months in jail while awaiting trial. So he was in jail for almost 2 years.
Okay.
So it's like a time served thing.
Right? He was 20 months in jail.
Okay. Well, that does
It
change.
made it feel. I felt a little better about it.
yeah.
I'm
Because
just
the
saying-
headline is "Man who admitted to throwing rocks off St. Louis overpass given probation." I'm like, what? This guy could have killed.
Right.
My family drives under there.
Golly.
He could have killed somebody. 3 years probation, not enough.
Not enough. But he was in jail, you said, for
But he was in
almost
jail
2
for 20
2
months, almost 2 years.
It seems like a
39. Get your crap together.
Get it together. What are you doing?
Don't
I
watch
mean,
the
when you
film
said this, I thought you were
anymore.
going to say he was like a 15-year-old.
No!
Or something. This is a
They're almost 40-year-old man.
Yeah. Get it together.
Did they say anything about drunkenness or any of that? Like what was
All I saw was Philip threw rocks at cars at or near the Hampton Avenue overpass on January and February of 2023. The rocks hit passing cars, but no injuries were reported. He had served 20 months in jail while awaiting trial.
multiple instances?
Wow.
That's an
22
interesting
counts.
one.
So, meaning 22 cars.
And they're not little, like, these are full shattered windows, too.
Yeah. Get it together. Maybe this is your wake-up call.
Yep. And it does say a large rock.
Large.
Yep.
Large rocks. Thank God nobody was hurt. All right, that's your news.
Bang.
All right, a quick sports report next. Hey, finally the Blues 3 in a row, huh? Finally.
Yay.
Yes.
Whoops.
9:22. Tuesday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. We got a lane closed due to a crash 270 northbound at Manchester. Your point forecast, sunny, high of 53. Right now it is 38 at the Point Studio.
It is a very, very big day in the land of Red Hot Chili Pepper fans everywhere, and I am so unbelievably honored to be joined today by Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Flea, St. Louis is saying hello to you.
I love St. Louis, and I fondly miss the raucous nights, Mississippi nights that we used to have over there. And hello to everybody. Love to one and all.
Man, it's really great to hear your voice, but also, too, it's wonderful to have a new Red Hot Chili Peppers album that is out today, and John Frusciante back in the Chili Peppers. Flea, can you kind of talk to us a little bit about how he got back into the
All right. You know the Williamses that live down the street from you. Your favorite neighbors, man. Well, I got some good news. Their lives just got way happier because after 3 years of inflation and the debt that had crushed them, well, for the first time, they have that in cash to secure their retirement, pay off bills, and to plan their future. And they didn't win the lottery exactly. They did a wonderful financial strategy called the Sell and Stay program. from Truehold. Now, it's absolutely easy. Their home value had rebounded greatly, so they quickly sold it to Truehold since it's been high right now, and they banked all that equity in cash. And since they weren't ready to move, this is the best part. They could still sell it and stay there with an easy, affordable lease. And Truehold even is going to pay their property taxes, home insurance, and essential home repairs. Truehold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. So get a Truehold offer right now while your home values are high. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
Yeah, I gotta say once again, thanks to Herb Equipment for bringing some toys up here to Rizz Farm. And we gotta do some mulching. So Mike and Chad here brought a tractor with them. And check this out. It says Captain Rizz on the side. All right, so we're gonna use this to get the mulch from and it's gonna go into the trailer. So I don't know how to use this thing. So who's gonna show me how to operate this fine piece of machinery?
I got you covered, Rizz. This is a 3046R John Deere 46 horsepower tractor. Hop on in, man. I can give you a little rundown of everything.
Where's the air conditioner?
That's as fast as you go. It's as wind in your hair.
Okay.
Hey, the first thing you got to do is give it a crank over.
So I turn the key. Whoa!
At that point, that selective control valve, which is that lever right there, that'll operate that front loader. Pull back, that'll raise up. If you pull it towards you, it'll tilt it in. There you go. And it'll do the opposite. If you push it away from you, it'll dump. This will allow you to go forward, reverse. Very simple nowadays.
Even I can figure that out. There's arrows. So the arrow pointed this way means go forward, and the arrow that way means go backwards that way. So where's the stereo?
The stereo, the next thing we're going to put in for you. Yeah, but right here, that's where you get all your RPMs. So when you want to hit it and get it, push things forward.
Oh, boy.
That's where all that horsepower comes.
So I would assume the rabbit is fast and the turtle is slow.
That is correct.
All right, mulch. Here we go. Yeah, baby. Bombs away! Now we gotta get that mulch onto that field. So I need to put that mulch in a trailer. So let's get the trailer down here. All right, so I need to hook this onto that. Thank God I have Chad and Mike here from Herb to help me out. So I'm gonna back up, and then you guys help me hook the trailer up to the tractor.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. To the field. Not that one. So time to start mulching. Well, not me. I got some friends. I got some friends helping. So listen, I'm just gonna drive the tractor and they'll shovel the mulch out. Put it on the plants. You guys done yet? We're waiting for you to pull forward. Oh, I gotta pull forward. Sitting up there
Hi, I'm Rizz from the radio, and I've been playing guitar for about 10 months now. And that means I'm ready to teach you how to play guitar too. Are you ready to learn some fine licks? Well, I want you to take classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music. In no time, I can get you playing like this.
Folks, you got a couple days left to take advantage of Zero Rez's best deal ever. Right now, if you need something in your house clean, basically every surface in your home can be Zero Rezified, from your carpets to your rugs, your upholstery, your air ducts. This month, take 24% off all cleaning services. That's right, 24% off all cleaning services. Out the door with the dirt in 24. Let's start the year off fresh and clean. And give Zero Rez a call. I mean, I've had them on my house a bunch of times. They have a 4.9 rating on Google with over 5,900 reviews. And you got the Zero Rez Gotta Love It guarantee. Makes it easy to get what you pay for. So give Zero Rez a call and take advantage of that 24% off. 314-474-2020 or book online anytime at ZeroRezSTL.com. At ZeroRezSTL.com. Spell it backward or spell it forward. It spells the same at Zero Rez.
Hi, I'm Rizz from the radio, and I've been playing guitar for about 10 months now. And that means I'm ready to teach you how to play guitar too. Are you ready to learn some fine licks? Well, I want you to take classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music. In no time, I can get you playing like this.
Guys, hear what Josh Allen from the Buffalo Bills, his pregame routine is?
No.
Yeah.
You can talk about it?
Yeah.
I have the audio.
Oh, sweet.
I thought I would just play the audio for you. So I don't know where this is. I don't know where he's being interviewed at, but the interviewer asks him, what do you do to get ready for a NFL football game? And here's Josh Allen, quarterback for the Buffalo Bills.
3 things you have to do on game day.
Throw up, listen to my playlist, and drink water.
Wait a second. Can we back up for a second? You throw up every game day?
Every game day.
When?
Right after pregame, come in the locker room, go do my deal, listen to my music, drink some water, and some mouthwash.
Wow. Good to know.
The man throws.
Wow. Do my deal.
Good to know. Back to you.
But I've heard
do my deal.
It's pretty common. Like, you'll hear the guys in the bathroom and the nerves are getting you and all that good stuff.
I love hearing about that because it makes them feel more human. Like, I was watching the SNL Music 50 thing last night on NBC, and it was amazing to hear so many people throwing up and having panic attacks backstage at SNL before they do their thing that they have made millions on, Well, I like that he throws up.
Throwing up is weird.
They're also jacked on all the stuff that they put in their systems to get cranked for those, whether it's shots or drinks or
I don't think
whatever.
taking a dump. You get the bubble guts.
I feel like that's...
Took a dump on those first 2 passes, that's for sure.
There was always at least 1 or 2 guys on every team I played on that were like this. That would just be like... You get so nerved up. Because, I remember I always wanted to be on a kickoff team because I was like... I would get, like... My nerves would be, like... wild before a game. And I'm like, I just need someone to hit me. Like, once you got hit and you were like, all right.
Anticipation, being on the sideline, I get it.
Yeah. I always like to be on kickoff or kickoff return because I'm like, just get it out of the way. Like, let somebody make contact. And I would imagine on that stage, it's a surprise that, like, Josh, quarterback is kind of a surprise.
Right. I mean, how long has he been in the league for? He's been in the league for a couple of years. But every game, he throws up, listens to music, and drinks water. That's it. How do you get ready for the big game?
You would have liked it better if he's like, well, I take just like a 20-pound dump. And then I go.
Yeah,
then
okay, I
got
it. I got it. Yeah, then I drink water. All right, here's sports. Oh, he's the one. He's engaged to that Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, he
actress.
is?
Yeah.
Good for them.
I can imagine, like, the adrenaline and the nerves and all that on top of, because, we've known a couple of NFL players, and they've said, not quarterbacks necessarily, but they've said, like, they get, like, multiple shots of things that will keep them up all day and all night, which is one of the reasons, like, they can't be practicing the next day. Their bodies are destroyed. They're coming down from all the stuff that they, I was going to say stuck in their butt, but I'm talking about, like, shots.
Yeah.
It didn't go there, but it went there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine just how juiced you feel going into a game like that. The Blues lost last night 5-2 to the Canucks, marking the first time under Jim Montgomery that the Blues have lost 3 straight games in regulation. That's what Rizz was talking
They
about.
haven't won 3 straight games. That's what we're looking for. They've lost.
They misheard that, I think.
3 straight games.
The loss also dropped the Blues 23, 24, and 4, below a 500 points percentage for the first time since losing to the Panthers in December. Holloway and Parayko scored for the Blues as Bennington was pulled in the second period after allowing 3 goals on 18 shots. Hofer played the remaining period and a half, and that was it. Hopefully they do better in a couple days. That and the Josh Allen story I had, also just throwing it in there, the Bills became the first team in NFL history to reach the playoffs and win a postseason game in 5 consecutive seasons and then failed to reach the Super Bowl during that span.
Yeah.
I thought Rafe would insist that that was put in today's sports report.
Like to hear that, yes.
Moon, and that's your sports, because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
And we'll talk to Kerber tomorrow. I know they shipped Scott Perunovich out to the Islanders for a 5th-round pick. So we'll chat Blues hockey tomorrow, Chris Kerber. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap her up.
And it's Rizz. We are backstage at Point Fest, and say hi to POD. Hello, fellas.
Hello, hello. What's up?
I can hear him right now saying hello. Welcome back to St. Louis. Welcome back to Point Fest.
Yeah.
St. Louis. St. Louis, indeed.
In the house.
You like it here?
Oh, yeah. We've been coming here for many, many, many years.
Any?
I want to say a few decades. Yeah, it's been a while. For sure.
Any memories, special memories of St. Louis?
It is, but it's not a good one. We actually went to we were touring in a van back in the day, and we went to the movie theater by the train station. And it was like the only movie theater on the planet that's ever ran out of popcorn.
Really? I don't even think they had popcorn.
Missouri sports fans, great news. Underdog is now available to play in our state. Now, Underdog is the ultimate platform to cash in on all your playoff predictions. We got the big game coming up. So, who you got? Who's heating up? Who's cooling down? Saquon Barkley, Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce. 5 million happy players, $2 billion won. Underdog makes it easy and fun to turn your sports knowledge into real cash. Now, here's how it works. The Champs game. You can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on player stats like yards, touchdowns, interceptions. And you can mix and match your entries across football or basketball or hockey. And you get even bigger payouts that way. And here's the best part. Underdog gives you the power to cash out whenever you want with their Win Now button. Plus, you got the Underdog Rescues. Even an early injury doesn't have to ruin your entry. You'll get a promo to try again. Underdog is the best place to play. Sign up now with promo code Rizz to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. And Missouri fans, you'll get an extra $50 bonus when you play your first $5 entry. That's promo code RIZZ. Must be 18 and older and present in a state where Underdog operates. Terms apply. $10 deposit minimum. See UnderdogFantasy.com for terms and conditions. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
All right, so here we are backstage, the Stiefel Theater. Mr. Nathaniel Rateliff, how you doing, sir?
I'm great. I've heard there's been some going back and forth about the pronunciation of the theater, because this used to be the Kiel Auditorium, right?
It was Kiel.
Right.
Then they changed it to the, oh gosh, what was it before this? It was the Peabody.
Peabody.
And now the
House.
Stiefel.
Okay, Stiefel.
Well, what are you hearing on your side of things?
I've heard people say Stifle, Stiefel, you know. I also, until, we got here, thought it was still Peabody. So.
Right. Well, you know what? I've said it mistakenly on the air before, to the point where somebody sends an email saying, hey, Donnie, just a reminder that it's the Stiefel and not the Peabody. Because, I'm sure everybody.
It's a good thing we have people trolling your show,
Right.
To point out your mistakes.
Right. Thank you very much. So it's great to have you in town again. One of the things that I'd love to know is when you come to St. Louis, what is your guest list number compared to, say, any other random city in the country?
I was just joking about that with our tour manager, because my mom and Joseph's mom were here. So I think, it's an average like 50 to 60 family members and friends. And then there's some people that I don't even know. They're like, I'm friends with. I was like, well, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know who the hell you are. But, it's always nice just to be around family and have the opportunity to, be able to see everybody and you know, and a lot of them don't get to like, you know, come to like a legendary theater like this and be backstage. Or I think my mom's actually out in the auditorium like taking photos right now. So
that's awesome.
Which is cool, you know. So it's exciting for them, and you know, I always like to try to make everybody happy. So
absolutely, which has got to be a tough thing to do a lot of times, though, too.
But you can't make everybody.
Yeah. But I got to tell you this. Just a little personal thing here, right quick, man. Yesterday, I had like one of those days. You know what I mean? Like I was just grumpy Gus. I got home. There was 6 things going on at one time, and I wanted to prep a couple things for our chat today, and so I put on the new record. And man, I'm telling you what, and this is not just because we're talking. By the time I got to track number 6, I was doing these crazy slides in my kitchen on my socks.
Right on.
Like I was in like I was multitasking with homework, making dinner, and prepping this interview, and like legitimately my mood had changed. And I got to thinking like, that is an amazing thing that you have the power to be able to do. You know what I mean? From wherever you were in Chicago, Illinois yesterday, you made Donnie Mueller a really happy guy just by putting together some great songs. That has got to be just a really amazing, obviously it's an amazing thing.
Yeah, I mean, the second record, you know, the first one was a surprise that, you know, people liked it. You know, because for years you put out music and you just don't know what people are going to respond to, but you continue to do it out of, you know, love and passion for the art form itself. And you know, but then once you have something that's successful, you're like, well, hell, what are we going to do now? You know, I actually feel that way. As soon as we were finished making the second record, I was like, well, that's exciting. What are we going to do next? You know? And so, but, you know, luckily I'm with a bunch of great guys that we help kind of push each other. And, you know, I'm kind of, if we weren't on the road, we'd be in the studio. So, but I feel very fortunate and, you know, blessed that those songs came out of us, and, you know, and I get to be here with you.
Yeah, now are you a guy, so you're saying you're out on the road playing live with the guys, or you guys are in the studio, so do you like have a studio at your house? Are you kind of always making music, always kind of recording stuff, or?
You know, I haven't, for the past year and a half, I haven't really had a house. So I've just kind of been living out of a suitcase. But I'm trying to find a good spot, and, you know, hoping that I have like a little bit of a sanctuary there to make music. And you know, Pat has a...
If you don't have total indoor comfort, you got to call Anton's. Call them today. 314-279-9798, or go to antonshvac.com and see all that they have over there at Anton's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Energy Experts. I've even been down to their training facilities. I love them. I love their company. I love all that they've done for my house, for my family. We trust them with all of our systems. And, you know, we had our furnace looked at. We were on the maintenance program, just preventative maintenance, doing what my dad taught me. And thank goodness, Anton's was able to find something that was going on, just a routine check, and they found something that could have been extremely dangerous for my family. And it was an easy fix, but it's something I wouldn't have been looking for. So even if you think your systems are great, but you haven't had them checked in a while, call Anton's just to have everything looked at. If you're looking for a new furnace, or even, you know, you're starting to gear up for, obviously, what's going to be here in no time is the summer, have your systems checked. I mean, there are so many incredible offers that they offer over there. It's a new year. You want new comfort. You want total indoor comfort, and that's exactly what they deliver, and they have been for over 40 years. Go check out the reviews. We're talking thousands and thousands of 5-star reviews, servicing our area right here with world-class service. It's Anton's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Energy Experts. Check them out, antonshvac.com, ANTONSHVAC.com.
So here we are, way back Point Fest. Goldfinger, everybody.
Shaka.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes. And so here's the thing, okay? John, first thing first. Seen the band a million times. Phenomenal band. You've changed members here, but now you've got a goddamn all-star team going on with our buddy Mike, and then we've got Phil here and Moon, and it's just...
Phil and Moon.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. He's never called me that.
I've never
Never
called
once.
you that ever. And I'm sorry, but that was the first thing that popped into my head.
Moon was telling me to, because, you know, I've known Moon a long time, and I've watched him transition into this amazing frontman of Greek Fire. It's just an incredible transformation that we've made from when I first met him with this like afro out to here, and just like this kid straight out of college.
Did you go to college?
No, I did not go to
This
college.
kid's straight out of high school. Like, did you go to high school?
I did go to high school. I even finished with a kid.
Okay.
Well, it's really
Me
great
too.
to have you guys. But how does Mike get in the equation? How does Moon get in the equation? Like, how do you decide these guys? Because I know you, obviously, with the work you do as a producer, there's tons of musicians everywhere that you can get to be a part of Goldfinger.
I think the first time Goldfinger played with them.
You're on your way to the office, and you're like, oh, what am I doing, man? I'm miserable. Another year like this. Come on. Let's do something about it. Think about 5 years from now. You're going to be doing the same thing. You're going to be making the same amount of money. How about a career in technology? Something new. Something you could grow with. And you could change your life with a career in tech and have unlimited growth opportunities. Now, you've heard me talk about centric training for a long time. Why haven't you done anything yet? Graduates are always saying, man, I wish I would have done this centric thing sooner. Don't wait for something bad to happen or let somebody else make the decision for you. Make the decision to change careers your decision. Maybe you tried college, it didn't work out. Now you're stuck at a job you don't like with nowhere to go. Look into Centric and a career in technology, and they'll change your life in just 4 months. Not 4 years, but 4 months. You talk to Patrick Nealon, he will take great care of you. It's Centric. Centric.com/Rizz. CENTRIQ.com/Rizz.
Donnie Fandango from 105.7 The Point. Very happy to be joined by Dan Reynolds, frontman of Imagine Dragons. And Dan, we have a lot to talk about, but you are involved in one of my favorite life moments, and I have to tell you about it. And I've been wanting to tell you about it since it happened. It came up in my memories about 3 years ago this past weekend, and I had a chance to take, at that time, my 10-year-old daughter to see you guys live. My daughter's now 13. And some days are rough. And she's an amazing girl. But that day at your show, Dan, for the first time, I got to watch her get completely lost in a show. Her eyes were closed. She was singing the songs. She was completely unaware of anything else around her other than just being lost in the show. And as a music fan, as a father, as a person, it is one of my favorite memories of all time, and I thank you so much for being a part of that. I know you get to do that, not just with me, but man, it's something that I look back on fondly and always, always, always will.
Thank you, man. Thanks for sharing that. That's I miss shows. I miss looking out and seeing people do exactly that. Get lost in it, and that's what it's all about. I think the whole world needs music. That's what unites us. So I love hearing stories like that. So thanks for sharing that.
Nah, man, not at all. So big things going on in the Imagine Dragons camp. The new album coming out September the 3rd. It's called Mercury Act 1. I want to know tell me about this album title. What does that mean, or do we find out?
Oh, yeah. The meaning of the title, originally when I was playing around with ideas and thinking through it, I thought I'd call the album Mercurial. Which is a word that basically means volatile or subject to dramatic changes, which is really indicative of the whole record and my state of being since I was a teenager. I've dealt with a lot of mood swings and bipolar and depression and a lot of this record kind of delves into that. So there's a lot of high highs and low lows, and that's kind of, anybody who's close to me knows that that's kind of my point of existence. And it's just come to be something that I just accept, and it's who I am. But mercurial is quite a difficult word to just pronounce and say, and Mercury, the word Mercury is derivative of that. So yeah, that's how we ended up on Mercury, and I just love the visuals. Visuals are so important to me as well, and just the visuals of Mercury and how reflective and cool it is, and how much we can play around with that. That's kind of the process that led me there.
I'm very fascinated by songwriters just in general. It's something that I have never been able to do, and I find it to be just an unbelievable talent. But
with your credit, I don't know what happened. Maybe you missed a bill and you got a credit ding. And listen, life could put good people in bad circumstances, and you need reliable transportation. So you're looking for a car. So you're thinking you got to go to the car lot, and you're gonna walk around, and some sales guy's gonna grab you by your arm and say, "Do you want that one?" Next thing you know, you're whisked into a finance office, and you got some pencil pusher filling out paperwork, and you're signing things, and you go, "What is happening?" Making a big purchase with credit and finance can be complicated, especially if you've had a hiccup with your financial situation. You gotta get in touch with the Auto Loan Pro. First off, if you go to autoloanpro.com, there's the Playbook to Success, which you can download for free. Figure out what's going on with your credit and learn how you could maybe help your credit. And he's going to help you get your life and your credit back on track. And if you've had that hiccup, anybody can sell you a car. It takes a pro to do it right. He's going to work his ass off to get you the very best rate possible for that car. He works at over 50 different lenders to get you a great deal. If you're financing a car, there's one thing to know. Choose the Auto Loan Pro. Autoloanpro.com, autoloanpro.com.
Check this out. There's nothing. It's a blank canvas.
You see that? The plants are coming in nicely. Come a long way since last year.
To talk about something as delicious as sauce on the side. Local eatery that has 12 locations, and just the 12 are going on 13 years that they've been in St. Louis. And who doesn't love a calzone, right? Even gluten-free options for sauce on the side. So here's the deal. Whether you are a meathead, you want every type of meat that's ever walked this earth to be stuffed into calzone bread, or you're a vegetarian and you want something that doesn't have any animals in it, or, you know, you need a gluten-free option because you have celiac and you're thinking, oh my goodness, where do I eat? Where do I support local? It's sauce on the side, okay? They have patios whenever the weather's better. They have monthly specials like this month. For a couple more days, you got the January special of Get Scrambled, which essentially is brunch in a calzone, and it's so delicious. We had them last week. I had the vegetarian option of it with just the eggs. I didn't have the bacon. I didn't have the maple sausage. But man, I think King Scott, he just scarfed his down because he loves eating all that stuff. So, you know, pick whoever you want to take to sauce on the side. Everybody's going to eat well, and you're supporting something local. You can also get the rewards program, earn credit for how often you're eating, and then possibly get money off on a calzone in the future. SauceOnTheSide.com.
Well, here we are backstage at Point Fest with Greek Fire.
Hey,
gentlemen.
Hi, Donnie.
So guys, how'd it go today?
Well, you know, it went excellently.
Yeah, man.
You know why? Because so we had, just to fill anybody in, we had a bunch of technical difficulties, and it really wasn't anyone's fault, but a whole bunch of stuff was going wrong. But I tell you what, man, the St. Louis crews worked so hard. Everybody is friendly here. Thank goodness for Midwestern hospitality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody did such a great job fixing it. We got it on. And honestly, it was a blessing in disguise because it gave a few more minutes for these seats to fill up. And boy, St. Louis was ready, man. Like it was such a good crowd. And opening the main stage can be very difficult.
Yeah, man, that's tough. That's a gig that some people don't necessarily want.
Yeah, me neither. And but you know, I do my part.
Yeah.
And we were like excited for the challenge because opening the main stage, you know, a lot of people, even when they're like ready for a show, you got to pace yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
5 o'clock's a little early to be, you know, going wild.
Yeah.
But dude, I thought they brought it, honestly. And it was a blessing in disguise that it was a little trouble. We started a little late, cut one song, that was it, and had an excellent time. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, it felt great to me once we got going.
But as you guys, and correct me if I'm wrong, but being in bands and going through the, you know, the come up, as it were, you have to kind of learn how to deal with freaking crazy crap going on probably fairly often, right?
Keep your head on the swivel. So,
which would be a tough thing to do because I'd get pissy and want to walk out the door. Just for me personally, that's how it would go down.
I think you handle it the best.
Yeah, best thing to do that I've learned is just step back and focus on playing, keeping everything together in your own head, and then you can get to that point eventually where you get a little looser, but sometimes it can be pretty tough to
this
center yourself when you're on a weird stage with no sound and whatever happens. I don't know.
This ain't our first barbecue. This ain't our first rodeo. And we've had many of mishaps happen and that kind of stuff. And honestly, for a band like ours, for the most part, that kind of becomes some of the fun of it. It kind of takes out some of the monotony, especially if you're on tour. It gets a little Groundhog Day if the crowds are sort of similar.
NinjaLink.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Rizz Show.
Family owned and operated. I mean, Rizz has been talking about Rolls-Royce forever and ever. And ever since I joined the show, like when we started the show 11 years ago, I was like, you know what? I got to get over to Rolls-Royce and figure out what this is all about. And you had always talked about how it's so very different. And man, when you write, you have to make an appointment. You go up to a 15th floor private showroom that legitimately is just the tip of the iceberg.
You got to get buzzed in.
Yeah, that's just
you got to get buzzed in.
Which is part of the cool experience. It's right when you do it, you go, "Whoa, this is different. This is cool. These folks know what they're doing, and they're doing it in their own way, and it's remarkable." You will come away so satisfied, so much happier than you would have been going anywhere else, guaranteed.
Well, just sitting in a private office, I mean, you're not rushed. Like, all right, here's what I'm going for. I'm going for the engagement ring. Here's my budget. Let's see what we could do. And maybe it's custom building a piece. Maybe it's something from the Simon G collection. I don't know. Maybe taking an old family heirloom and modernizing it. People come from far and wide just to go to Rolls-Royce Jewelry. 15th floor, that big tall office building right across the street from the Galleria. Go to ninjabling.com, get the phone number, get the address, and make that appointment. They're the exclusive jeweler of the Rizz Show, Rolls-Royce Jewelry, where you get the jewels and not the shaft.
Our first big summer show of 20.
All right, that is it for us. Thank you all for tuning in. If you missed anything on the program today, make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michaels and today's podcast, which is brought to us by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Moon, what is today's podcast title?
Met her at the hot dog eating contest.
Nice.
Very good.
Sucking on chili now.
That's all right. What else you got, Moon?
Just Schlafly.com for information about this weekend's Art Inside Schlafly Tap Room. Teenage Dirtbags takes the stage at 5 o'clock on Saturday. Free show. It's going to be amazing.
All right. Learn.
Just follow me on the socials at Lern versus Radio for everything going on in my life. Thanks.
Okay. Rafe.
Same, at I am Rafe Williams.
That's and it. Scott.
And if you love LARPing, make sure to follow me. On all social media, King Scott Rules. I'm going to drop a lot of cool LARP videos.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
Sweet.
Confederate.
All right, we leave you with a selection from our Team Rizz of the Day, which is brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill from St. Louis.